This Might Be Risky sponsorship package is here. Have your ad run on our live streaming episodes, linked in the video description and attached to our many hot take clips. The channel is fast growing with thousands of views and subscribers. Don't miss your chance to grow your business on one of the fastest growing platforms on YouTube. Join the family today. This might be risky. Email us at thismightberisky@gmail.com if interested. Hashtag Indeed, hashtag do the right thing.
But Ish, what can't be fleeting?
And then you're letting him lead you. It doesn't matter how you feel.
Saying he's led by God, but you feel like God is not telling y'all that. Do you still follow him?
You said something interesting, Ish. You just said like men don't think the way that women do. So it almost sounds like you don't fully trust their expertise. So how could you successfully be led by
So the
women?
majority of men don't have kids. Y'all are picking wrong. Y'all are literally picking the minority.
Every man that's on this panel, y'all have more kids than all of us women.
51% of black men are single and childless.
Excuses for the statistics. The statistics don't bode well in your favor. So you say things like, "Okay, are they shooting blanks? Or they?"
Because men, I don't feel like men are overall passive aggressive. The majority of men. Do you think that silence is that passive aggressive? Because we will do that.
Yeah, because there's niggas that'll use that as a way to trigger a woman. Like, because a lot of time a woman will tell you, like, when you're silent, it makes me feel like I'm ignored. So a nigga will do that intentionally.
Yeah, no, I'm just because I didn't agree with the passive aggressive part until Mary said that. I'm like, okay, I can see men and be like, you know what? I ain't saying nothing else. Will unsubscribing from the Democratic Party help fix Black America?
Let's just unsubscribe. No, you got to know why.
I don't think so.
That's the only thing that get black people together. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like
Wow.
that.
What I think will fix is if black people truly understood politics.
Because for a guy, because listen, it's so many different reasons for a man to want to hang out with his friends.
Adrian, I'm not gonna let that slide. I heard you. Why do you think that it's older single women who share that opinion?
Sometimes that's the case. There has to be
Explain
balance.
what White History Month is.
It's honoring the achievements of the greatest ethnic group in human history.
Wow.
I think all of that shit deserves a put him in the bathroom.
Would you rather have a whore of a daughter or a gay son?
Let's see here.
Bruh.
Because if she's a hoe, that ain't my problem. Hell, she just be a hoe. Shit.
That's a whore. Definitely. Like,
Yeah, is going to college a waste of time?
Absolutely.
I wouldn't think for biology.
It's ridiculous.
And can I just piggyback on that?
Read this for me, Q.
Okay, $5 super chat from Omega Green. Depends. Go for STEM, medical or law. However, if you go for BS degrees like communications, is that supposed to be policies or
Poli-sci, political science?
Poli-sci, okay. Or criminal justice? It's wasted time.
Final thought.
When you take a man's time, it's like taking his money. When you take a man's money, it's like taking his time. Simply put, we want something for it. If you're not interested, don't go out. Sis, hit me up. Let's clear your coochie balance.
Do women, should they still be covered by men? Do women need to understand what it takes for men to feel like they should be covered by men?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, women don't value men anymore, and it's evident.
For women to admit that they're not equal to their men, women have to come to that conclusion that you are not equal to your man. Are you for spanking? Let's go around the room, yes or no. Q, you for spanking?
Absolutely.
Age.
Okay, so big kids don't get spankings?
You gotta fight them niggas.
There's no difference between divorced women and single mothers. The man will, in both circumstances, suffer comparably with no benefit to himself. The benefits don't outweigh the cost.
But it's still better to go with someone who hasn't gone through that. It's still better to not choose that.
Have men been getting over on household duties all this time?
Listen, but I don't touch a trash bag to save my life.
So let me ask you, could you and your wife switch roles in what you do versus what for that person hold y'all back or let y'all go?
Physically, can't nobody hold me back.
Ain't no such thing as a fair fight. But Ish, what can't be fleeting?
What's up? You on mute, bruh?
Check. I'm in here. What's popping?
We in here. Midday,
man. Shit like that. I'm good.
Yeah, you good. It's good.
No doubt. What up, though? Why you ain't at work?
I am at work.
What does that mean?
I'm busy making sure America continues to go forward.
Yeah. Okay.
Shit like that.
Man, trying something new, spur of the moment, but I think we can get this shit popping. What you think?
I think so too. You got me like for real, spur of the moment. I barely ate lunch. I'm still drinking my coffee, waking up, running the world.
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
It's 12:30.
I've been working since this morning.
Why are you drinking coffee at this time still?
Keeps me going. It's my drug of choice.
Is that the same coffee from like 7 a.m.?
No, sir. It's the same coffee from 9:30 a.m. I freshly grind my beans and then brew them every morning when I make my coffee. So it's delicious and nutritious.
What you mean?
I have whole coffee beans that I grind, and then I freshly brew them in my coffee maker. I add my little razzle dazzle to it. It's amazing. I'm a coffee connoisseur.
Why can't you just drink Keurig like everybody else?
Ew. Keurig? That's disgusting.
Are you saying you're a coffee snob?
Absolutely. I am. And a wine snob. Absolutely.
Don't stop now. See, that's when you start.
I'm a wine snob.
You understand there's nobody else up here to save you from the capping.
And I don't need anybody to save me. I'm an aficionado of both wine and coffee.
I've seen your wine collection.
Okay, I put out social wine for the niggas I know how to drink good coffee. Y'all get that social bottom barrel coffee, but when I drink my own coffee, my own wine, and I enjoy it.
You see what happens when I start unveiling the truth? That you got more barefoot corks in that thing behind you than anything else.
Put him in the fucking bedroom.
You better cut it out.
Damn, man. Yo, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Hit that like button if you can. That helps the channel the most. So, love, I was looking, man.
Mm-hmm.
Shit getting dire, man. I thought they was gonna make it. Teyana and Iman. What you think about that?
I thought they were gonna make it as well. Honestly, I was rooting for them. I don't really root for a lot of celebrity couples because whatever. You don't really know what's going on behind the scenes. But with them, I saw something great, and I loved their love. And so this did take me by surprise. But again, you never know what's going on behind closed doors. So you never have another person's relationship being your goal, ever.
I feel like people aspired. I feel like they were one of those couples. Them, Beyonce and them, Lala and them.
Yeah.
Russ and Sierra.
Yes, they are definitely one of the ones. Yeah.
Keep it a buck. Do y'all get inspired by that shit?
As a mature woman, no. And the reason why, so I'm happy for them, yes. Do I get happy for them and I say I love their love? Absolutely. But do I aspire or am inspired by them? Not really, because anybody can come on the front. Anybody can smile for the cameras. But when those doors are closed and it's just you and your spouse, it could be a totally different story.
So why do y'all do that? T was popping.
I think you said women, right? You say y'all, you mean women?
Yeah, you too.
I just told you, you don't listen?
Are you the same person on the internet as you are in real life?
Bruh. Wow.
See?
Are we doing this in the midday?
Nah, man, cause yo. Why do y'all do that, man? Why y'all fronting for the internet?
So to answer your original question about why do women like kind of use them as goals, it's like the whole Cinderella, phenomenon. We like that fairy tale, and a lot of women do subscribe to the fairy tale relationship.
Have you ever been caught being inspired by one of these relationships on the internet?
I'm human, of course.
Who?
Like, oh God, I wish I had man. Nowadays it would be make it more current. I'll say Russell and Sierra. They're the most current. Because we dote on her.
So you want a man that'll let you walk around naked?
No, that's not the piece of it. I don't do that anyway. But
why?
Go ahead.
Nah, fuck that. Isn't that shit broken though? I'm gonna play a clip of what Teyana said. I got an clip about why they separate and all that. Russ and Sierra is the inspiration. However, she get to dress like a whore and he's okay with it, so we say, but his face tell a different story. Go ahead.
So when women say they want that type of love, it's because Russell does dote on her. And he allows her to be her individual self. And that's what you see. So before Sierra met Russell, she was dressing the same way. She was dancing provocatively. She was, with different men. And so he allows her to still be her individual self as well as his wife. And so he allows her room and space.
You got your mic in?
I do. You can't hear me?
No, I can hear you. Okay.
Is that better? Test.
Yeah. Her individual self. Why do I hear that so much from women?
Mm-hmm.
What's up with this individuality?
You don't want to get lost. You still want to recognize yourself when you look in the mirror every day.
You're afraid to get lost.
Yeah. You don't want to get lost.
Well, no, I'm saying you guys are afraid to get lost, I think.
And if you're not consciously still feeding yourself, you will get lost. It is because you want to, satisfy your husband. You want to be the good wife. You want to be the good mother. You want to be the good to everyone else. So sometimes you do lose yourself. Parts of yourself. I'll put it
as you should, though, right?
Not always.
Well, I'm saying as you should, right?
Not if you can't recognize yourself at the end of the day. No. Because then resentment happens, Hamp. You don't want resentment to happen.
What resonates more with you? You're his wife or he's your husband?
Good question. What resonates with me? That's a good one. Because I want to say he's my husband.
Why am I being selfish, old Mac? What am I being selfish about? My bad. Go ahead, love.
He's my husband, but that denotes ownership, and so I can't say both with you. I understand that, but good question.
Come on, man.
Bruh.
So what resonates with me the most is he's my husband. That's my man.
I gotcha. But who you belong to him or he? So I think people that are married belong to each other, right?
I agree. Yes, we belong.
But you belong to him or he belongs to you. Which one is more true?
Do I have to pick one, or I can't say that we belong to each other? I can't say that.
They do. We know that already.
Oh, okay.
But what's more true? You belong to him or he belongs to you?
I think in society, it's I belong to him.
What do you think? Y'all be thinking y'all could take me on.
I think is in real life, I belong to him.
Yeah, man. So now that you have the right answer, this individuality that you guys want to hang on to, is that tearing us apart?
No, because he came to love me initially. He didn't come to love us. He came to love me.
Huh?
When he met me, he fell in love with Asia. He fell in love with me. Right?
Okay.
all of who I was at that time. He fell in love with her.
Yeah.
So I don't think being who I am should tear us apart when that who I am brought us together in the beginning.
You're right. However, what happens is you guys try to hold on so tightly to who you were, and it's no longer who you are, and you assimilate to your husband, that now you guys start to build like a, what's the word I'm looking for, Agent? Like disdain or resentment. Because y'all want to be who you were so bad, but the truth is now you're a wife, now you're a mom, now you got to support him in his endeavors. Now he got to work and not be home and yada, yada, yada. And you don't get to do what you want to do, but it's for the greater good. But y'all start to build this resentment. Why is that happening? If you understand that you belong to him.
So I believe that some parts of you, obviously, when you become a unit, have to die off. I am no longer just me. I can't only just consider me because I'm a part of a unit. So a mature woman, a wife, needs to understand that. So of course, you can't be selfish as a wife. You cannot be. But there are still facets of myself that I will maintain. One of them is my sense of humor, right? You fell in love with my sense of humor. My sense of humor will go nowhere. My sense of understanding that my mental health is important and has to be cared to. That has to remain a value that I keep.
Yeah. I don't think men are gonna argue that. I think what the friction happened is like women start to do what their husband does. You know, I know a couple, like she started smoking cigars because he smoked cigars. She started drinking whiskey because he drank whiskey. You know what I'm saying? They start to go to like his team is their team. And I've seen women like start to pull and push against that type of stuff because they want to maintain. Like, for instance, you like the Steelers.
I did love them. Go Steelers. We won last night. Go Steelers.
You get a husband that likes the Giants.
I did.
What happened?
Let me tell you about that. That was always a problem. My ex-husband was a Redskins fan when they were the Redskins. And I was a still am diehard Steelers. And it was a problem. Like, I don't like the Reds. I didn't like them. And if I rooted against them or if I cheered a little bit too loud when they fumbled or got interception, it was a problem. I'm not going to that side. I'm a Steeler fan.
Whose fault is that?
Whose fault is what?
That it was a problem.
He was upset. He got upset. That was his problem.
Whose fault is that, though? That it's a problem. That it was a problem.
His. You want to know why it was his problem?
Why?
Because he knew when he met me, I was a Steelers fan.
Unpopular truth was good. The $5.
What up, you
Women like love are just selfish.
Wow.
Oh shit. And want everything their way. They don't come to give their best, but they want the best from the man.
Now, how did you get that out of what I said? Are you listening, UT, to what I said? If you really got that out there, go Cowboys.
Cowboys.
What up, T?
Yo, Black America, we just did this show off the spur of the moment, man. Yeah. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna build it up. Shout out to you though. But love, so what happened?
So, listen, and this is a true story. We actually were at a game, at the Redskins game, and they were playing the Niners. I don't care about that. I don't like the Redskins. Between the two is Niners. So the Niners did something, like they intercepted and they won. When I tell you I jumped up and cheered and it was a fight, he was so mad at me. Like, it was an argument. And I was flabbergasted, like,
you don't even like the Niners.
I didn't like the Redskins.
Yeah, but your husband.
I love football, but I love football, Hannah. I love football. You know how we played fantasy football together. I said, whoop your tail in fantasy football. Don't forget.
Put him in the fuck.
Did. Tell the truth. Shame the devil.
Maybe. That shit bullshit anyway. Oh, man. God bless Nick Chubb, too. I don't know if y'all saw what happened to his knee.
I saw that. Yeah, his knee. That was messed up.
That's the second time, too. Here for the T. Says, does she have to change her team because of her husband?
No.
Hell yes.
If that was my team before, I'm a diehard Steelers fan.
I don't care. We flying one banner for everything at the crib. Period.
That's where the problem starts at him. So the question that you originally asked was, why do women, come to deter away from their man or go away from their man with certain things? Because that was who I am before you met me.
You don't even. Okay. If it's trips left to the open side, right? You got a tight end to the boundary plus an X receiver. And I'm in cover 2 and it's 3rd and 10. And am I in a good defense?
You're retarded.
I'm just asking. I got trips to the wide side. I got a tight end to the boundary with an X. God damn it. And you got us in cover 2. Are we in a good defense? See, that's what I'm saying. Y'all be standing on shit. You don't even know nothing about football.
I played offense when I played football. I was a running back.
Oh my God. What does a tailback do?
They stay their tail in the back.
God. Oh my goodness, man.
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
See, Black America understood what I was saying. I got trips to the wide side. I got the X and the tight end to the boundary. They ain't empty. I'm in cover 2. I'm in a terrible defense, and it's 3rd and 10. I only got 2 people deep, but they got 5 threats. So y'all don't even give a shit about football.
I'm still a Steelers fan. I don't care. Now what?
Let me.
And I don't like whiskey and cigars either. I'm not gonna, mess my lungs up. I don't like brown liquor. I get bad hangovers, so I'm not doing that either.
T.
Not tequila. Go ahead.
You changed the name. He goes an ass back. Nah, the fullback is usually the blocker. The tailback is another name for like the running back. Really, when you were in the I formation back in the day, it goes the person further to the back was the running back, so to speak, then the fullback, then the quarterback.
Okay. This is about football, or this is about team?
No, I'm answering T real quick. So the tail, because he's at the end of that 3-person lineup, if that makes sense. But the reason why you change the team is because it's necessary. You want to be as aligned as possible. People take sports serious. Did y'all see the running back for the Vikings? He was getting like niggas. They was calling him nigger and shit in his DMs because the Vikings lost. They talking about he's slow, nigga this, nigga that. This shit is serious. It's deep. People cry over Super Bowls.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? So
Cupcake said he sat there and stomped his feet and cried and rolled around on the ground. Remember?
Yeah, I remember. But the point is, you want to align as much as possible, especially for something like sports. And generally speaking, men appreciate sports more, especially football.
Can I ask you a question, Hamp?
Yes, ma'am.
Why do men major in the minors?
What makes it so minor? Alignment?
Because there's very important things that we need to align on as a unit. I agree. We both agree on that. Sports should not be something that misaligns us. Because it doesn't matter the grand scheme of things. What really matters in alignment is values in life.
Okay. Yeah, we just talking about football. Let me ask you a question.
I'm just saying, but I just wanted to just put that out there.
This is how I answer that question. If you give a nigga an inch, he take what?
What niggas do, what men do, they take miles.
Yeah, women too. And then y'all act like children because y'all base yourselves off emotion so much.
I think men do a lot more than they like to give credit for.
No, we said that last week, but I'm saying that your emotions get the best of you sometimes in general.
Okay.
So everything literally matters, right?
It shouldn't.
Like what? If I say turn the fucking TV down, or if I say turn the TV down, right? To women, that shit is a totally different ball game.
Can I say something to you about that?
Go ahead.
I learned to pick and choose my battles. And if you sat there and said, turn the effing TV down, I'm like, whatever, and I'll turn it down. Honest to God. God's my right hand to God. I will turn it down because that right there.
Stop the cap.
Because who wants to argue about that? Like, we don't argue about something else that makes sense and that really matters to our lives. Because you're having a bad moment and say, turn the effing TV down. I'm going to sit there and turn it down. And I'll probably walk out the room, but I'm not going to argue with you about that when there's going to be a real argument needs to happen later on down the line. You better pick and choose your battles, ladies, when it makes sense. Because if you argue about everything, when you argue about something for real, he's not going to care.
Mm-hmm. And let me say something, right? I got to go back to the point where you said major in the minors.
Yeah.
Was he genuinely pissed off when you jumped up and cheered for the 49ers?
He was pissed. Like we had an argument for days off of that.
Exactly.
Like,
It ain't so minor. You remember when the boy got his heart stopped?
Which one?
The boy from the Bills.
Oh yeah. I remember that. Mm-hmm.
You know how much got donated to his charity at that day?
Yeah, it was a lot.
Like $5 million.
Yeah, it was a lot.
When Chubb broke his knee yesterday, what the whole Steelers crowd do?
We stood up and cheered and said,
Chubb.
Yeah.
Because sports are important to in America.
Someone's life was important, Hamp. You're talking about two different situations.
No, I'm talking about Nick. I said Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb.
That was his life. That's life, though. Like his knee, like he could not walk ever again in life.
That's the second time it happened to his knee. It just happened yesterday.
But listen to what I'm saying to you, Hamp, please. We care because that impacts his real life. Not because of a team won or lost. We care about that because this nigga's knee could be gone forever. And he could have to use a wheelchair the rest of his life. Devin could have died. That's why we care so much about that. Not because they got an interception and I cheered for the interception.
Oh, listen, I'm telling you, sports, right? Sports do this a lot, especially here, especially football, especially in a city like Buffalo or Pittsburgh.
It does.
So I don't know, because I don't know if we could dismiss it as something minuscule. I mean, I get it.
Can I say this too, though? You know, as a Steelers fan, die hard, right? Steelers be violent. Do you remember a while ago, fans killed somebody? I think it was a Packers fan. They were at Heinz Field. I think it might have been Three Rivers at that time. It might have been Three Rivers Stadium at that time when it happened. Killed a Packers fan. Fan is short for fanatics. It can be taken too far. And I'm going to end it with that. Be very careful. M-Twan, is it M-Twan too?
That's what I'm telling you. Be careful. That shit is important to people.
In the minors, though, Ham is the point. Major. Now they in prison for life over a team that could care less about them.
I hear you. I'm just saying. I'm Twan with the two. I'm Twan 2 with the $5. Twan was popping. Women want to receive love the way they want it. However, they also want to love men the way they want to, versus the way he wants her to love him.
Can I address that? Let me say something about that, right?
Yeah, hold on. Unpopular truth with the $5. She's selfish because you have to lose something when you're in a relationship because it's different rules when you are single.
Said that already too. So yeah, so let me go to Twan. So that's human nature, Twan. If I can call you Twan, that's human nature. I give love how I receive it. That's what I understand. So, for example, a man will buy a woman a handbag and say, I do show you I love you. I bought you these things. And she's like, you don't love me. I don't feel we're connected. And you hear women say this, I don't feel we're connected. I don't feel aligned, blah, 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 whatever. What are you talking about? I just bought you 5 handbags that cost $5,000. She doesn't receive love that way. She receives love by you spending time with her. You may buy her $5,000 handbags, but you don't take her out on dates. You don't spend quality time with her. So she doesn't understand or receive it. She doesn't know how to receive your love language, and it's vice versa. For men, we can sit there and women can cook for you every day. Gourmet meals, make sure you're fed every day. And you still complain. You want to know why? Because your love language could be, I want my ding-a-ling sucked 7 days a week.
Shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that.
Both ways.
Can you fucking address
No. I want to say ding-a-ling.
No, women want to receive love the way they want it. However, they also want to love men the way they want to versus the way he wants her to love him.
I just addressed that, right? Admit it.
Not really. So, yeah, I want to receive the love. You want to be spoken to in love based on your love language, right?
Yes.
But you want men to accept how you like to give love. That's why men aren't getting a blowjob 7 days a week.
And so we have to know each other's love language. We do.
No. But address the super chat.
All right. Women want to receive love the way they want it. Yes, I agree with that.
Yes. However, you want to show love to men how you want to show love.
Correct, because that's how I know to show love.
But he doesn't receive it that way.
I agree. I totally agree with you on that. I have to understand his love language.
So why aren't y'all blowing dick 7 days a week then? Like, what the fuck? If you want to do it on love languages, like, what the fuck? Like, why are husbands not getting cheeks?
Well,
I gotta stop this shit, man.
Well, can we just say that's? You can. Remember, Nia Nash said a blowjob a day keeps divorce away. Remember, she said that.
Yeah.
She did it, and they still got divorced. So
Niecy
that's not
who?
gonna, huh?
Talking about the hyena?
Nia Nash. We talking about hyena? What hyena?
You talking about the one from Love and Hip Hop?
No, the actress Nia Nash.
Who is that?
She played in Claws. She played in Reno 911. Let me send you a picture of her. Reno 911.
Oh, she kind of ugly with it, right?
I don't know. She got a big booty and big boobies. Y'all like that?
Yeah. But she got like a stronger face, right?
I don't think so.
I'm trying to think.
No, she's not a strong face.
She like a 4, right? Like a 3, 4.
I don't know how to judge women.
Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about now. Like
I
she got like a big ass mouth, I think.
Yes, I sent you a picture just now.
Hold on, let me check.
You didn't go through yet?
Okay, yeah. I know her. Yeah,
her husband, a blow. She said it out loud, and men were woo, congratulating her, giving her that, and he still they still got divorced.
Who divorced who?
He divorced her.
You speculating? Who divorced who?
He divorced her.
Nah, man, I don't think so.
I'm telling you.
I think you tipping, man. You tipping and towing, man.
I'm telling you what I know. I'm telling you something.
Outliers don't make the rules, man. And we also know men ain't leaving. So Niecy probably.
Wow.
Yo, man, he wasn't getting a blowjob a day. I bet you that.
I never promised it either.
See that?
That's not what he wanted. He didn't want that from me. Honest God, he didn't want that from me. He didn't want. That's not why we got divorced.
You was annoying.
No, I was the opposite.
No, you wasn't.
Put him in a fucking bedroom. Get him out.
Damn. So now Nia Nash is a dyke. That's what here for the T said.
She's with a woman. Yes, she's married to
a Man, listen, man. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. It helps the channel the most. All right, let me play this clip real quick. But yo, man, you danced around that Antoine's question. I'm gonna let you know that now.
I addressed it head on.
I thought you were walking on hot coals. How you fucking danced and tried to speak.
I answered it head on. I addressed it directly. Actually, go ahead.
Oh, I got another question for you. Let me play this clip.
Teyana Taylor and Iman Schumer have called it quits on their marriage. The singer announces on September 17th on Instagram that she and the former NBA player have split after 7 years of marriage. In her post, she also debunks recent rumors about their relationship, writing alongside a photo of the two dressed as Wayne and Garth from Wayne's World, quote, not too much on my bestie. In all fairness, Iman and I are separated and have been for a while. To be 1000% clear, infidelity ain't one of the reasons for our departure. The actress, who shares daughters Iman Junie Taylor Schumpert Jr. and Rue Rose Schumpert with her ex, adds, quote, "We are still the best of friends, great business partners, and are one hell of a team when it comes to co-parenting our two beautiful children. Most importantly, we are family. And in the 10 years together, 7 years married, we ain't ever played with or about that." The 32-year-old also writes, "We just keep y'all asses out of the group chat, LOL, which is the reason we've been able to successfully and peacefully separate without all of the outside noise. The only reason I'm even sharing this part of the chat is because the narratives are getting a little out of hand, and it's unfair to all parties involved. I hope this provided some clarity for y'all. Okay, auntie taking y'all back out the chat, bye." Iman has not yet.
So, you see this shit. this is shit that throw me off. So they all this and that to each other, right? He the best, she the best. We great business partners. That sound like marriage. So what are they leaving each other for? And then if she lying saying it wasn't infidelity, what's the problem?
Right. I mean, obviously this is going to be pure speculation, but you know, a couple of different things may have happened. One, I always give a side eye when people invite others into their bedroom. I do. I think that
they was doing that.
Oh yeah, it's definitely been public that they have done that. That they do. Well, yeah, have done that. I think that opens doors that shouldn't be opened into relationships. And again, you know, we can play semantics all day long. No, it wasn't infidelity. Well, it might be infidelity to, you know, you're not calling it that because it might have been somebody that y'all had in the bedroom and y'all did it without the other one knowing or without the other person present. And I think it opens a door that shouldn't be opened. Other thing, I think that what she'll probably say when she wants to be forthcoming is that they just grew apart. I think that's craziness. Y'all ain't been together for 10 years. How you grow apart? You should be growing together.
Yeah. What is Valerie talking about in the chat?
What's Valerie?
Sometimes men want it from other men.
Oh, she said that?
Here we go with this shit. I should drop this link. Because that's crazy. Yeah, unpopular truth with the $2 super chat. Telling themselves every time. You playing hopscotch?
I ain't playing hopscotch. You know, I'll never do. I ain't never scared. I'm gonna sit there and speak on it, living my truth.
Yo, I think the truth is these celebrity niggas is just like regular niggas, but they try to act like they can take the shit they can't take. What's her best song? What was her biggest song from that album? I think the one with King Combs, but also,
with Ghostface.
No, the album before that. The song was called "Work This Pussy." You remember that one? She was doing the workout. That's Kanye beat and all that.
Conway Fade, the Fade, that one.
Is she half naked and all that? I just feel like that's not sustainable, man. If you look at Carmelo, as soon as she showed her titties on Power, this shit was downhill.
I thought that they were divorced before that.
Nah, man. Nah, fuck that.
And he didn't have outside babies, though, him. What are you talking about?
As soon as she showed them titties, they was downhill.
Are you
real shit? Yes.
He had problems way before that, and he cheated on her. It was known, and he had babies.
What I'm saying is these hoes is naked, and it's not sustainable. I'm gonna tell you right now, I guarantee Sierra ain't gonna be naked again. Russ put a stop to that. Even his pussy ass. That shit, they gotta understand. You gotta get dressed too. You can't be naked all the time. Because if you acting fast in the ass, you probably fast in the ass.
Okay.
And if they already had outside partners, I guarantee she asked for another man. That was probably that slippery slope too.
She actually said she would pick out the girls.
I know what she said. I'm telling you what she actually did though. And I like Teyana.
I do too. I don't know if she asked for other men.
I'm telling you, man. I don't know what Val's talking about.
And if
Val,
she did, so what?
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here.
If she did, so what? Like, no, for real. Look, follow me here. If they had an agreement to have, you know, on anniversaries, right, or birthdays, that they would invite someone into the bedroom. Okay, woman. If she did ask for a man because she obliged him with a woman, what is wrong with that? When y'all niggas run trains in college, what is the difference? There are men looking at your dinglings. There are men looking at your dinglings in the same room, and y'all still hold an erection while you're watching her have sex with another man. So she stops with you, she hops onto him. What is the difference? Cut it out. There are unveiled in the room with you.
Let me tell you something. You better not ask your man if you could bring another man into that relationship.
Well,
you know good and goddamn well that shit ain't gonna go how you think it's gonna go. I'm lying.
No, I agree with you. I mean, Men can't. With his eyes.
I want the truth.
I'm lying, nigga. Are you serious? Look at this.
Let me see. The male specimen is so jealous of women. Thankfully, y'all. Ooh. That's hilarious. Oh, I don't want to. I love men. Honestly, I love men. I don't want men to go extinct. I love a man.
Shit sounds so foolish, man.
I love a man. I don't ever want them to
go extinct. How? Why would men go extinct before women?
I'm not sure why she said that.
That's stupid as fuck. That's stupid. Like, it don't even make no sense.
We need each other. We need each other. If you go extinct, then I am too.
Yeah, fact. I think if we got Thanos and disappeared, I think you guys would have a harder time than we would surviving without us being here as opposed to you guys.
And it's just women around? That's not true.
Yeah.
That's not true.
You think it would be harder for you guys? You think it would be easier for us to survive if you guys weren't here, or easier for you guys to survive if we weren't here? And be honest.
I am. I'm always honest here, so I agree with you. So let's talk about that then. If Thanos was to come and eliminated all the men, society would still go on. We would still be able to eat. I
didn't ask you that.
What do you?
You guys would. I didn't say you guys would die off in a month, but who would have a more difficult time? You guys without us, or us without you guys?
Y'all, you want to know why? Because at the end of the day, y'all can't even sit there and because the sexual appetite of a man is bananas, right? If we're gonna listen, y'all have a hard time. The sexual appetite of men is bananas. You don't have a woman around to put your thing in. Where are you going to put your thing? And men are so scared to sit there and talk about they don't look at men and all this other foolishness. It would be a lot of hard, excuse the pun. It would be a hard way for the men to go because where are you going to stick your thing in?
Oh my goodness. So I mean that's such a now I'm disappointed because you're saying like because we have high sexual appetites that we couldn't function. The world, the jobs, you know how many men aren't having sex on a daily basis? Here's what you got to understand. Beta men, right? Mm-hmm. And I was analyzing these terms. Beta isn't bad. It's just that they're follower men, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They understand orders. They take orders. They do things well. Mm-hmm. These men aren't having sex. They don't have access to women, but they still function day in and day out. Don't make me name names. Come on.
You think betas aren't having sex though? I'm asking. You think betas aren't having sex?
There's an exorbitant amount of men that aren't having sex. They don't have access to women. You met a few. You know a few. You just think back to the cookout. Them niggas are doing just fine, right? Keep it a buck. They work hard. They take care of their responsibilities. Because if men disappear, the garbage truck runs into the building. Because it's 90% men on the garbage truck or driving it, right? Women have been getting into CDL driving more. But what would happen if men disappear? All the Walmart trucks go off a cliff. You know what? What happens when the women disappear? The pencil or the chalk from the chalkboard drops on the floor, right? Because you guys do a lot of like education jobs and things like that. But men maintain the infrastructure. That's just regular shit. So for you to say we would have a harder time without y'all is just disingenuous.
And so let me address what you just said.
Yeah.
I believe that women are highly adaptable beings. I do. Yeah. And so if I disagree with, the Walmart trucks just all of a sudden stopping.
Well, nobody would be driving them. Remember, come on, you got to stay with me.
No, listen to what I'm saying. You sat there and said it. Even though there are more women beginning.
Listen to what I'm saying, though, right? If Thanos snaps his fingers, it's 90% men doing long haul truck driving. Okay. I just acknowledge the point that women have gotten into it. They're also suffering right now because they thrived during COVID, but now the competition and then the per mile rate is down. And they're having a hard time because also you have to unload those trucks. The men that can unload get paid more and they get more opportunities too. It's just regular shit. Cause I was doing, we owned a couple of trucks and we were doing Amazon for a while and women were having a tough time.
So let me say this. Do you believe that the 10 okay, let me say this first, I'm gonna ask a question.
Yeah.
I agree the world may slow down slightly. If men were to literally disappear now and be gone, the world would slow down, but it wouldn't stop. Because do you believe that 10%, you said 90% of truck drivers are men, so that 10% are women. Do you believe that 10% would still function and then teach other women, right, to drive the trucks?
Yeah, you will. However, there's not enough women doing these jobs to sustain the infrastructure. So by the time you teach everybody how to be an engineer, you're gonna have shit all in the water because the sewage plants and the water. What's it called when you clean water?
Sanitation, I don't know.
Whatever it's called, right? Those plants, those engineers is overwhelmingly men. So by the time you guys end up teaching each other, you're gonna fall back into a different age almost because you just don't have enough people doing the job. Nobody said you couldn't do them, but the fact is you guys don't do them, right? There's no women on the oil rigs at all. So
I'm in.
Look it up.
Let me use my smartphone.
Look it up, right?
But I wouldn't say no women.
Yeah, like it's none. But you see, it's so nominal. It's none because you have too many oil rigs for those 10 women to teach 1,000 other women how to do the job. So this is just common sense. This is not even like, you know how many trucks go to Walmart a day? There's not enough women.
I agree with you, Ham. I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah.
I'm agreeing. Men do a lot of those jobs, and
all of them. We do all of them. So
you always shoot your point down when you say all. When you use all inclusive absolute language, I'm telling you.
No, men do all the jobs, right? There's women that do the jobs also. It's a known fact that men do all the jobs, though. I'm not saying we fill every single position, but all men, right, work on the oil rig. All men drive trucks, so on and so forth, right? When you guys do it, I've never seen a woman on a jackhammer, but men can drive a jackhammer. That's all I'm saying. We do. I'm not saying
I've never seen a jackhammer. You're right. I haven't seen a jackhammer. I agree with you on that. And for all my years of living, I've never seen a woman do a jackhammer. Could she do it? Yeah. If she had to do it, yeah.
No.
So let's talk about that though, Ham.
That's the problem though, love. They can't actually do it. It's so few women that can do it. Is the reason why we don't. Nobody's stopping them. It's just that you got to be mighty strong. You know, like women when they try to be firefighters, right?
Okay.
You guys fail 80. I think it's like 60 or 80% on doing the pull-ups. Not even carrying the body. You guys don't even get that far.
So I think so. I'm really being respectful when you just fingers your point. I'm trying to do it better as doing this. But understand, you also said competition got in the way, and we also can't ignore. You said it. You said they did very well during COVID, but once COVID dissipated, competition settled in, and a lot less women did the jobs. You said that. Mm-hmm. And so we have to understand there are other variables that go into women doing less of these jobs. And per the firefighter argument, yeah, we may not be able to do 100, right? And sometimes we have to acknowledge too that these standards are kind of stacked against us too, right? And because they think women can't do it, they will throw obstacles in our way to get things accomplished.
Bring it back to the firefighter though.
Go ahead.
No, you mentioned firefighter. What's the obstacle of a pull-up?
No, I'm saying they say you do 100, right? Like that. I'm just throwing it out there, right? 100. A man can do 100 pull-ups.
The numbers, they always change the number though.
Okay. I'm just throwing out that number.
Even for the police, like the women have to run a mile in 10 minutes. I think the men have to do it in like 7. Like there's always a handicap.
Okay, they're doing handicap. Okay.
Always.
And you're trying to say women can't do them. I'm just saying there are women that do this. There are women that accomplish those feats. Obviously, there are women firefighters. There are women police officers. So obviously, the goals that they set for us to do, we have met them.
Mm-hmm.
There are still, you have to admit, there are obstacles in the way, harassment and everything else that gets in the. Are you laughing? The comments.
I'm laughing.
What laughing at?
No, I'm just trying to listen, but. You wilding like
arguments.
Unpopular. Go ahead, read it.
Thank you, UT, for $2 super chat. Love on have, I'm not sure what that means, have bad faith arguments. No, I don't think we're bad faith arguments.
You have to. Do you know what would happen if there were no men? Like, you guys would
the world would still function.
You guys would be fucked.
Again, I believe that would slow down, but we would not.
It would cease. It wouldn't just slow down. It would stop. You guys aren't in the roles. You got to be careful. See, I've been being careful with stupid and foolish rhetoric. This is nuts. What you saying? That you think women would be more successful, even when you're talking about working.
I don't think more successful.
Women hate to work for other women.
I actually said the opposite. Remember that conversation? I said I prefer, because men get upset when you disagree with their arguments at work.
I know, overwhelmingly, not just you specifically.
Okay.
Read this for me.
Mac, with the $5 super chat. Women would die off very quickly because most women do not know how to run the infrastructure, power, water,
Oh shit, my bad.
and other high-risk jobs. I disagree with that. Run.
You guys don't do them.
Read what he said, though, Hemp. Women don't know how to run. No, we do know how to run, and we do run. Now, Hemp was talking about actually doing. You're talking about managing and running. We absolutely can run it.
Well, so with the infrastructure, in order to maintain it, somebody has to do the work.
We can, and again,
you don't have enough people.
But you agree with me that women?
No, I don't agree. There women. There's women in roles. You don't have enough women to teach other women or to do the roles. So by the time you get to that point, things are gonna fall so far. You're gonna have to restart. And what I'm saying is, men do the jobs already. So if women disappear, the infrastructure is maintained. That's the key.
I respectfully disagree, but go ahead.
So you really think if we disappeared, you guys would be better off than if you disappeared?
I didn't say better off. I said we would maintain and sustain.
What did I ask you though? I said who would do better,
or who do better? Yeah.
Without the other one, and you're saying women would? You don't think men would? Are you serious right now?
I said what I said.
Stop trolling. Seriously.
You said I'm trolling?
You have to be. Wow, you're a feminist. It's official.
I am not. I'm not.
That's crazy. I didn't know you was a feminist. Gary Grant with the $5. If men were to be gone from society, the only left women to operate all these essential jobs we need to survive, the world will be over in 6 months.
Well, if that's the case, Mr. Grant, y'all better keep us around. I mean, we got to keep y'all around. Listen, okay, fine. I've said from the start, we need y'all. We got to keep y'all around. So y'all can do these menial jobs, these grunt, hard-working jobs. We can just manage them and lead them. Fine. What's up, Ali?
Ali was popping. Yeah, we live, 777. Yo, you I can't believe you. I can't believe you, bro. You a wild nigga. Real shit. You talk about oh my God, yo.
Put him in a fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
I can't believe you saying that. What the fuck?
Must be the coffee.
Where is Africa? You want a African goddess? You want me to drop the link for you?
She want to come on?
I don't know. I'm asking.
Oh,
she said women were here first. And the male specimen is a hybrid creature that came on this earth centuries later. You like that?
No, I'm saying I like her. I love her rhetoric. It's hilarious.
What you love the rhetoric? You love her, or you think it's foolish and it's funny? That's why you love it.
It's funny. I don't agree with that. I don't think when we're here, she said 6 months. I didn't read the comment. If you put it up so I can see it, please. But the other thing she said about women, something else she said about men or something. She's hilarious.
This is sick, though, right?
I can't see it. Oh, there you go. Women were here first. The male specimen is a hybrid creature that came on this earth centuries later. Interesting. Okay. I don't necessarily subscribe to that, but it's a very interesting point. I like to hear more about it. I don't agree with that.
Yo, love. Let me drop the link. We're gonna give them. We're gonna have like a maybe 20-30 minute segment, and we out of here.
Yeah, because I gotta finish running the world.
Damn. Oh man, come on, man.
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
There's no way you think women would. That's crazy. You wild as shit. Damn, man. I'm hurt. I'm hurt, man. I'm hurt that you said that.
I mean,
I'm telling you.
Asked the question, I answered it genuinely, and I gave my supporting arguments.
Yeah, I kicked your ass with that. That was, you already know that. But it was.
But what about before that? Did I kick your butt? Yeah.
So. We'll be able to watch it back. So back to like just Teyana and when you I just dropped the link. Whoever come up, you can talk about what you want to talk about in terms of what we've talked about.
Yeah. So
are you a reflection of your husband or is he a reflection of you?
You know what? That's a good question. I both. And the reason why I say that,
what's going on, beloveds?
They don't have to come on camera because it's midday. That's fine.
I'm blind. I can't come on camera. I'm blind, Mom.
You type very well, 777.
How are you?
He can type, but he's blind.
God bless you. God bless you all. Go ahead. Go ahead. Just let me know when it's my turn, Ham.
I got you.
Pause.
I got you.
That's good hearing your voice, though, 777. I've always seen you in the comments on Tuesday night. What's up?
God bless you, beloved. I'm one of the greatest mods Ham's ever had. I'll leave it at that.
I got you. So let her answer this question. 777, you could jump in. Are you a reflection of your husband or is he a reflection of you?
And that's a great question. Both. And follow me, please. Yes, I'm a reflection of him because if I'm out here wilding out, they're gonna look at him and say he's not a man if I'm wilding. And on the other side, he's a reflection of me as well because if he's out here wilding or being a beta or being taken advantage of, that reflects fully on me. Like, how dare you or how could you possibly follow a beta?
No.
So I'm telling you, there's no way that your man can be out there simping. And it's a little bit of feedback. 777. Can you go on mute real quick?
I gotta go.
Thank you. So there's no way my man could be out here simping and they won't come back to me and like, girl, that's your man? How you let him on top of you? Like, I'm telling you how women think, how they talk too. How you even let him on top of you? You let that nigga top you and he's out here simping? He out here wilding. And that's your man? And you're letting him cheat left and right and make a fool of you in these streets? He reflects me as well, just as much as I reflect him. I'm telling you.
Okay. So he doesn't, so you are a reflection of him. Now, his conduct can reflect on you, but what you do, you're like a child a little bit. So like my kids are purely a reflection of me, as is my wife.
Yes.
Period.
Yes. Okay.
Now, and conversely, I have poor conduct. Yes, people like, damn, your husband out here fucking up. But they're not going to judge her for that. Like, I'm going to get judged if my wife is fucking up. It's not the same. You just talk shit.
Let me tell you. How you a man out here with every other thing under the sun? Are you not giving him what he needs at home? You're not feeding your man to make sure he's eating good? He's eating at Patricia's table. He's sitting there messing with Patricia, taking her out. What are you not doing at home? That women will get blamed. What are you not doing? What are your deficiencies that you have that are making your man go elsewhere and embarrassing you in these streets? Because he can sit there and do it undercover and be respectful about it. But if he's disrespectful about it, it's because there's no respect for you. So why is he not respecting you at home?
Beloved, can I talk about Teyana?
Yeah, hold on 1 second, 777. Let me read these two real quick. Okay. Gary Grant with the $2 super chat. Men run the world. Yeah, I think that's what he meant to say. Mr. Grant said, men run the world, so good women live in a fantasy. Yeah, that's true. Y'all do live in a fantasy, love. Bees with the $20.
What up, Bees? Notice him. She said, obstacles in the way. Women don't want competition. Love water temp. Love water temp does water boil. I don't know. Love water temp. Does water boil?
Love water. What tip?
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
Does water boil? Is that what he's trying to say?
Yeah.
Oh. 212 degrees Fahrenheit. Why?
For everybody. But y'all don't really want no smoke. And that's the point. And there ain't no obstacles. Y'all can't do pull-ups. That's it. 777, what you got?
Well, I was just on another show where I said women shouldn't enlist. I know it's going to sound like I'm off track here, but just let me get to where I'm at. So first of all, Teyana was too masculine. That's why I think it's over for him now. Because if a woman has big muscular arms, I get it. If you want to go to the gym and do your crunches and everything like that, me personally, I don't like a woman with abs. I want a woman that has that little fat roll at the bottom. Respectfully, that little, not a big old fat. Yeah, you're right on the border right there, love. You look amazing. But if you got big muscular arms and you got defined shoulders, like your husband or boyfriend or whoever is going to be like, listen, I'd rather have that little fat belly down there than a woman with abs. But anyway, so Teyana was a little too masculine. I think he realized, you know what? I don't want to be with this masculine. She's a rapper, right? Is she a rapper? Kind of.
Singer more so than a rapper.
Well, her career's trash, respectfully, though. So.
Well, it's not because now she's producing. But let me ask you this real quick, 777.
Yeah.
Is it because men look at it as competition, maybe?
No, absolutely not. No, he doesn't still play in the NBA, does he, Ham?
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, there is no competition between men and women. The only competition there really is if a woman makes more than you. I mean, you basically should just tuck your head in the sand and suffocate. Like, what I believe is this is a man's world, but without, what's his name say? Without a woman, like Brown. What does James Brown say about that, love? About being a man's world? What is it?
A man's world. But what would we do about a woman or a girl? Like, what would the world do without us?
Yeah, see, I'm not a red pillar. I'm not that's a simp. He's a simp. That's a simp. I don't care what you are. I like women. I don't care what it takes for me to get you. I'll say and do whatever. If that's a simp, I'm a simp. I'm spending the money. I don't care.
Talk that talk.
Yeah, but here's some roses. Here's some jewelry. If that's a simp, baby, I got it. I don't care. Here you go.
You got to be married, 777. You got it.
But here's the thing, and no, I'm not. But here's the thing, because I'm toxic.
Oh.
202.
I'm toxic. Hang on, love. Let me land the plane. This ain't my show. This is your show. Let me land the plane. What I'm saying is, yes, I will be the simp that buys flowers and jewelry, while respectfully, the man underneath me will ride alone and he'll be texting a woman that I'm smashing. That's the difference between a simp and somebody that's just playing out here. If you're playing, then you're a real simp. I'm not playing. I got the trophy. I can hit anytime I want. She's my property, respectfully. Anyways, Iman, is that how you say his name? Iman?
Yeah.
Shout out to him. He knows exactly what he's doing. He played. Now he's got how many kids with Teyana?
2.
He's got 2 kids, which he just technically kind of ruined the kid's life by saying, hey, I don't want this woman. Sort of, he kind of ruined the kid's life a little bit. But he did what's best for him, and that's what most men don't do. We might stick with some woman that we don't want, big muscular shoulders, masculine. She's like trying to get in your face, all aggressive. Men don't want that. It's real simple. Men want a female. We don't want to argue with you, because if we got to argue with you, we're just going to leave, because we're simple-minded creatures. We can't handle arguing because we're animals. We don't know how to argue because we want to get aggressive, because we're men. It's in our nature. But women should not act like men. And Teyana was probably acting like a man. And that's what... Because he loves her, of course. But love and peace are 2 different things. You can be in love, but if she doesn't bring you peace, it's over. Amen. I'll leave it at that. Amen. Where's Dana at? Because I want to see Dana. I want to talk to my girl Dana.
She's at work right now.
She's at work. Let's see if we can get her. Love, do you want to respond? You want me to get the other fellas in?
That was a lot. I know, love. I'm sorry. I apologize. I just had a coffee. It had espresso in it. Go ahead, love.
No, I like what you said. Honest to God, I always like your sentiment, and I agree 100%. And I was trying to give you my number. I was joking though, but
I'm a simp, baby, because I'm a simp. That's why. You feel the simp energy. You love it. You need it. Women crave the simp. Unpopular truth. Let me talk to my friend down here. Unpopular truth is he's on the other side talking about, yeah, that's a simp.
Hold on, let him respond.
That's a sucker right there. That's a simp. But I will pull your lady, sir, respectfully, if you're not acting right. That's all I'll say. That's all. I'll just leave it at that. Go ahead.
All right, leave it. Unpopular truth. What's popping?
What's going on, man? I don't know what this dude talking about. See, the thing, the man just said something about he can take a simp. Don't take a real man woman. A simp just be on the side just talking junk, and he don't never get the woman. See, he talking about somebody that he just paying money to that ain't got no real man. That's what he talking about.
Sir,
so I don't know how I got in that, but you said you was a simp. I just agreed with you.
Interject real quickly. Let me interject. How many times has a married woman left her husband for that side, whatever you want to call him, side dude, simp, whatever you want to call? How many times has a woman got divorced because she was getting respectfully pounded out so good and gracefully she left her husband of 20 years?
It happens.
It happens, sir. That's all I'm saying. It happens. Go ahead.
But see, that's just like you designate yourself as a simp. I designate myself as a real man. So now, real men don't get caught like that. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, you might get somebody that they might have another simp with them, but it don't be no real man that they get that letting that happen. Because see, it's a difference between a man giving money to a woman and a man really giving something to a woman that she feels. You don't. Okay. When they feel the money stuff don't matter.
Okay, but how about this? Would she rather live in a studio with you, with love, or would she rather live in a mansion with love, sex, toxic energy, all that? She wants the money, sir. She wants the energy. She doesn't want the, oh, I love you, babe. I'm in love with you. I'll do anything for you. But you can't do anything for her because you don't have enough money to do anything. She wants to go on trips. You can't take her anywhere. You take her to dinner. Dinner is not a vacation. That's all I'm saying. Go ahead.
Okay, so I don't get that. I don't get where you went with that because
it's money, sir. Money controls these women.
Women, let me tell you, dudes like you, y'all never had a woman that really wanted you. You only had a woman that really wanted you for your money. So when you have a woman that really wants you, the money in that stuff. I'm telling you something. I'm telling you, the Pookies and Ray Rays. That's why everybody talk about the Pookies and Ray Rays, because the Pookies and Ray Rays are the ones that don't have the money and they still getting your women. That's what a Pookie and Ray Ray is. See, you a simp. Your woman gonna get took.
So here we go. You sound emotional. You sound emotional because maybe a man that has had money has taken your lady. You don't have to make it about you, sir. If you can't make enough money, okay, but hold up. I respect your ring. I respect marriage. But I guarantee in the back of her mind, you don't do enough for her. Guarantee it. She probably won't tell you that, but I guarantee your wife. Ask her when you get home, baby, do I do enough for you? And if she hesitates, you got the answer.
But you're not married, so how you even would know to ask somebody that? You ain't even got that experience to ask nobody.
The reason I'm not, I see a lot of people that aren't married get a lot of fire from people that are married. But sir, respectfully, you might be in an unhappy marriage.
How did you get that? See, this is what goes on.
Isn't it possible that some people are married that are unhappy though? I'm not talking crazy.
When we get on these internets, y'all just start to say anything. Don't know nothing about somebody's relationship, and you just said that my wife might be unhappy. I have not gave you anything that can indicate that she would be unhappy. But you just saying that to try to gaslight the conversation.
Honestly, you seem unhappy, sir. If this is what marriage feels and looks like, I mean, are you sure you did the right thing? How long have you been married? How long?
I've been married for 3 years.
So 3 years technically isn't even marriage. You don't even really know the woman. How long have you been with her, sir?
Again, you are someone that hasn't been married.
If you want this smoke, I'll give it to you. How long were you with her before you were married? How about that?
We was together 6 years.
6 years. So total 6? Or now you're on 9. You're on year 9.
No, 9.
You're on year 9. Okay. So why didn't you marry her after the first couple years, sir? You waited 6 years.
Didn't get married. I wasn't ready for it. See, I'm not the type that just do stuff because you asking me or you gonna let me answer?
Sir, you're angry. I'm not angry, sir. Go ahead.
I'm not angry. I'm just you gonna let me answer. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Cause you gonna ask the question and answer.
Hey, him, can I jump in, bro? Can I jump in?
You ever question if you did the right thing? Unpopular truth. Did you ever question? You ever question where you're at in your marriage?
Hold on a second. Let him answer. I'm gonna read the super chat. Black America, do you want to interject in this conversation specifically?
Yeah, man, because we're having super huge miscommunication here.
Okay, all right. So let him answer. Let Unpopular Truth respond. We're gonna read a couple super chats. Black America and interject his opinion in this conversation, and we'll keep it going. Go ahead, Unpopular Truth.
Okay, the reason we didn't get married early is because I had to see what I needed to see to marry her. I didn't marry her because she wanted me to. I married because I wanted to. So when I seen what I needed to see, that's when I married her.
Okay. Can I give my quick rebuttal on that?
All right, quick rebuttal on that.
All right. I think that you realize that she really wasn't the one, but you settled, which is what most men do, because it's a lot harder to go out there and find a new one than just to stay with the old raggedy one you got. Respectfully, I don't mean that your wife is raggedy, but you might be out of the game, sir. I'm still out here in the field. I still know how to treat and talk to different variants. You know how they got variants of viruses? I know how to talk to different variants of women. You might have only been able to understand the variant that you had.
Wow.
And you settled for that variant. Now you took the jab and you said, okay, I feel good. I'm content. A man's worst thing that they could be is content. That's why you're married. Because you wanted to sit back on the couch, put your stinky feet up, and she's unhappy. How many vacations have you taken so far this year? It's 2023.
I don't have to take them like you have to take them.
Exactly, sir. You haven't taken your wife on a vacation. Go ahead.
My woman,
I rest my case. She's unhappy.
You're not ready.
She's miserable.
You think because you getting money. You think because somebody
it's about money
from you. Hold on, let me finish.
Yeah,
you think because
money,
hold on, let me finish. See, you never had a woman that really wants you. And that's what you keep indicating. You keep indicating that because you only worry about a vacation. A vacation takes money, right?
My
woman don't have to have that to be with me. Because you ain't no man. Like, you already described yourself as a simp.
Does she want a vacation?
No woman wants a simp.
Does she want a vacation though? Sir, answer me this.
I don't like.
You think your wife would like a vacation?
All right, y'all chill for a second. Love, let's read these super chats real quick.
Right.
Gracious.
Woo! Thank you, Gary S. for the follow super chat. Whoa, 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 wow. At work enjoying the show.
Wow.
Here for the T. Follow super chat. Thank you, T. Please do more midday shows, Ham. I'm dying laughing. Mike Brown, what's up? $2 super chat. Love, you throwing haymakers now or later tonight? I'm gonna tonight, Mike.
Mike, she been wilding already, bro. Black America, what say you about these two?
Well, good afternoon or morning or whatever time zone you in today. I think who is it? 777. I think he really like trolling, bro.
Am I? What is it? Because you can't afford to stay in the conversation?
Slow down, kid.
Why is
Slow
it
down.
trolling?
Slow down. Slow down, bro.
Go ahead, sir. You're right. Sir. I'll slow down, sir. Go ahead.
I think you trolling because, like, you don't know the dynamics. None of us know the dynamics of this young man's relationship. For one, for two, I mean, he kind of sound right. Yeah, you can go through and run through a bunch of broads, but actually having a broad that wants you and want to wake up with you every day, no matter what you have, that's what all men are looking for. Maybe not you, but when you are actually ready to call it quits and put down your jersey, that's what you're looking for. You're looking for a broad that's going to go there with you thick and thin. It don't matter how much bread you got. It don't matter how much pipe you can put down or anything like that. If you get locked away, you want a chick that's going to be right there with you. So that's why I kind of feel like you going hard in the paint on him for like, really, I don't know if that's just your stick, like you just antagonist or something.
It's not a stick. Just let me know when I can go, man.
Bro, you just give me another minute, okay? It's just like you being antagonistic toward this dude for like really no reason, bro. Like find you a broad that wants you, that's ready to get in the gutter with you and not worry about no trips or vacations or anything like that. And you'll do a whole lot better with your women, the outcome of your women. And how old are you, Unpopular Truth, if I can ask you, bro?
Go ahead, bro.
How old are you?
Unpopular Truth. How old are you? How old are you?
What's your age?
35.
So if he's been married for 3 years, he's 35 now. He got married at 32. He been kicking it with this chick for the last 9 years. He got one that's ready to go the distance with him. You see what I mean? So you have to look at things for actually what they actually are. I'm older than all you guys. I'm 50, right? I've been with the same broad or in the same kind of relationship.
Wow.
For the last 30 years. Okay. No matter how many kids I have and no matter how many broads I get, she's still down here with me. And it's not like I'm broke or anything.
Are you ready, sir?
Hold on.
You said a minute though. You said 1 minute.
Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna give it back to you in just a sec. So it don't matter how many broads I have or how many kids I got, and it's not just because of the bread I have. It's because she has a genuine love for me, and because I treat her better than anything that she has ever had in this world.
Okay,
there you go.
Ready now? You ready? Okay, can I go or?
Go ahead.
Okay. So if you pay attention to what he says, she has a genuine love for me. Sir, you don't love her. And respectfully, what you're doing is settling. You sound like an old I'm saying, if you know me, you know I'm keeping it really PG. You sound like an old man that's ready to die. There is no love there, no matter what. You didn't marry the woman because you don't want the woman. And I'm not saying anything about Unpopular Truth, but let's be honest. He's settled. Most men settle. And when you talk about money, most men get uncomfortable. 90% of the men, when you start talking about money, they say, hey, man, money don't equal love. Oh, shit. She wants a real man that loves her. Women want a real man that has money and loves her. Most men have one or the other, either money or love. Broke men have love. People that have money have both. I know what I want. Some people don't know what they want, so they settle. I'm not settling with a fat, nasty, old heifer. I know what I want. So until I find that princess, any woman will settle with. You know why? Black America, you know why she settled with you? Because you do just enough. You're a just enough type of guy. You probably don't pay your bills. And vacations, Unpopular Truth got offended when I talked about vacation. A woman wants to go on. Love, can you answer for the women?
Yes, I can. And we absolutely do like to be treated on vacations and taken out and gone.
You know why women are unhappy these days? Because men don't make enough money to give them the stuff that they deserve. To put up with your nasty, miserable old broke self, sir. You have to give her something sometimes. Just because you're married doesn't mean she's happy.
Can I say something? Just
because you're married. Hang on a second. Hang on. Just because you're married. Hang on a second, Black. Just because you're married doesn't mean she's happy. Remember that. But now, Black, are you married?
Yeah, I did actually marry her, and the house that she has been living in since forever has always been paid for. She has never paid a house note. She has never paid a car note. She has never. She's never even bought me a pair of shoes with my own goddamn money or took me to dinner.
Can you go on mute? Can you go on mute? Because your audio, you got some things going on. So why is it that vacations give people this like anxiety attack? You know, an average vacation costs. Hamp, would you like to interject? How much does a vacation cost?
Just two people?
Yeah, just you and your lady. Let's say you fly to wherever, you get the hotel, boom, food, everything, whatever. How much total would you say?
If let's say you're going to the Caribbean, right? Something we all probably did. Probably at the cheapest, you go to DR for what, $4,000?
Yeah, like 3-4 bands, I would say.
Yeah, with everything. Yeah.
So if a man is he's so worried about his day-to-day bills, he forgets about that beautiful queen in that next room that's waiting for a man to take her on a vacation.
So can I jump in real quick? Let me jump. As the only female on this panel at this moment, let me jump in. I want to reverse a little bit. Please know, men. 777 was being very facetious in his definition of calling himself a simp. He does not. I'm probably true. Can you go on mute? Can you hear him? He's not calling himself a simp for real. It's like your definition, the wider definition of simp, because it talks about catering to a woman, you know, giving her money and making her feel some kind of way, kind of feel special. That's why. And that's why he was saying, I can take your woman because I'm catering to her needs. I'm paying attention to her. And I don't want to put too much in your mouth, but pause.
That was crazy.
Sorry.
Wow.
That was a lot.
But it was, my bad. This is not after dark yet. So that's what he was addressing. And then for Black America, it's just interesting to hear him saying what he had to say. Because if he's had, it's not like he had babies on her, or he felt like he could have babies on her and she wouldn't care. Do you really love her? And do you think that she doesn't feel, she may love you, but do you think she's not doing anything on the outside, extracurricular outside of you, because you're having babies on her and yet you're paying for her house and she never bought you a thing?
Right.
So in some definitions, you could be called the simp.
He sounds like the real simp.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you could be considered the simp in that situation. So let me read this super chat real quick. RBN, $10 super chat. Thank you, Real Bravado. At 777 Network. Women don't deserve anything. Everyone earns what they deserve. Whatever. Sup, Hamp? Oh, hey, love. I love you.
Yeah, that's sad.
That's what I read.
You know what's sad is how men don't understand how to treat women anymore. I don't know whether that comes from this fake red pill lifestyle that people think. You know, even Kevin Samuels, who created this whole agenda, in my mind, even he respected women. He died with a woman by his side. Yeah. Rest in peace to Kevin Samuels. But to be so, I get it, man. I get it. You want to, a woman does everything for me. She has to obey this and that. But if you don't make enough money, she doesn't deserve to obey you. You deserve to die alone, sir. Because it is about money at the end of the day. As much as men don't want to talk about it. If you don't have, some people don't have $4,000 in their bank account, let alone to take a woman on a vacation for $4,000. That's why it'll never happen. She'll die in that home that you gave her, Black America. Should never know what it's like to touch the sand.
Okay. Can I say something now? Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
I promise 30 seconds, Mike. I promise. I want men to also understand too. We may love you, and we will, make sure that home is taken care of. You can be very Neanderthal and have the sentiments of Black America and UT, Unpopular Truth. But please know, 777 has an open door to us. They're talking real good. I'm telling you for a fact.
Talk to him, Queen.
Will be the one to sit there, be your wife. God forbid, but your wife will sit there and cheat on you with him, whether it be emotionally or physically. I'm telling you what I know, because this man knows how to talk to women. He is the opposite of the Neanderthal that men feel they have to be a leader in their home. That's
wow. Hampton.
Wow. Right, Black America. John, I got you. John, what's poppin'?
Hey, John.
All right, so
real quick.
All right, so this is the whole thing about it. Like I said, 30 years been kicking it with the same chick, and I'm gonna take it a little history, okay? Yeah, you can call me a simp, and I will simp for her because she has been there through federal prison indictment. She has been there while I was in the pen. She has been there while I was having kids and gang banging and drug dealing. And when I got back and got out on my feet, she has been there through it all. So yes, once again, she has love for me. So she can get whatever she wants. So that's what Hemp was saying earlier. Head of day keeps the marriage or divorce away or whatever. She has proven herself over time. So she can have all my time and energy when needed if necessary.
What my thing is, what have you done for her though? Yeah, it sounds like it's a one-sided thing. What have you done for her?
Let him finish the
my fault, Ham. Go ahead.
What have I done for her? How about I put her through school? How about she went to LSU? How about she has degrees? How about she's never paid a car note or a house note on 2 different houses and many different cars? So yeah, bro, I put it in 4 bands, whatever. I'm a truck driver. That's my paycheck. That's a paycheck for me.
So when's the last time she went on vacation?
She go on vacation 2-3 times a year, bro. We went to Grand Canyon. Hold on. We went to the Grand Canyon a couple weeks ago. She spent $300 in the first half. Yeah, the Grand Canyon. Do you know what that is?
That's not a vacation, sir.
Why it's not a vacation?
That's not considered a vacation, sir. Have you taken your woman to Paris?
No.
Do you know how much it is to go to Paris? Have you ever looked it up? You don't care? Well, she cares.
I've been to Africa and I haven't taken her to Africa.
Why didn't you take your queen? Why didn't you take the queen to Africa with you?
Listen, she's not a queen. She's a woman.
Wow.
What the problem is?
Hey, send her over here. I'll show her how to feel like a queen.
Bro, if I sent her to you, you'll be sending the heifer right back. You don't understand.
Heifer right back? Wow.
You would send this heifer right back.
Wow. And this is the woman that you married?
Yeah, I did marry her. Yes.
You called your wife a heifer?
Yeah. All women are heifers, bro.
You should have, respectfully, you should have stayed. Hold up.
Once again, I'm not a respectful dude. I'm not a respectful dude.
Me neither.
I'm not a respectful dude. I'm a truck driver. I'm a
You should have died in prison.
I probably should have, but I had money, so they let me out.
Probably go back and let your woman be happy.
That's what happens when you have money, though, bro.
You don't have a wife. You have a slave.
Bro, she's free to do whatever she wants to do. She does whatever she wants to do.
I gotta be honest, sir. How many times have you beat your wife, sir? Let's keep it real.
Come on, bro.
Let's keep it
my
real,
dad,
sir.
Listen. My father told me if you beat it, you need it. So she has never caught a beat back.
Nah,
So
she might have caught a couple beatings.
Let's get that straight right now. I mean, that just sounds ludicrous, bro. That sounds really childish. You
another
want to say
man that
somebody
sounds
might
unhappy.
beat that woman.
Sir, you sound unhappy. Maybe you need a vacation, sir.
Right, let
you
me
should
get-
take yourself on one.
Let me get John the Baptist and see what his perspective is. John, what's popping? Welcome.
What's up, John?
With your help? How you doing, love? How the rest of the panel? How y'all doing today?
Love had to
Good,
go to the
sir.
nail
Thank you.
salon, but everybody's good. What's popping, John? What you got?
Man, I'm probably too broke for this conversation. By the way it's going, I'm broke and I'm just an old dusty dude, so I might not have nothing for this conversation. But,
That's not true. Go ahead, sir.
I wanted to hear what love. I wanted to love, but I see she left.
What do you want to ask her?
I want her to expound on what she was talking about. That she may be married. A woman can be married to a guy, love a guy, but still step out on him. And I wanted her to expound on that a little while if she could, a little bit more. But
Yeah,
I see she left though.
Yeah, she had to go, but I think it's just simple in terms of right. You going through the same rigmarole every day with the same husband, right? And if she's agreeing with 777, so if the husband is doing just enough where you guys are happy eating dinner together, having wine, you might go to the bar, watch a game, and then you got a man that comes along like 777 that's speaking sweet nothings and then saying, "Hey, I'll take you to Brazil tomorrow if you need it." They likely gonna give some pussy away if she's complacent in her marriage.
And I want to say to a lot of the men out there, if you find yourself in that situation and you find out your lady is cheating on you, there's a lot of happy Mr. 777 because you're like Mr. 777 is like a winner to a lot of women. So if that's what they want, don't fight it. Let them have what they want.
But John, how easy is that though, to let your woman go? Is that really realistic?
It may not be realistic, but if you gotta remember, if she's not yours, she's not yours. Why fight for something that's not yours?
I mean, I hear you. Unpopular truth with the $5. Something going on with my internet. That's a fact. Stanford Henson with the $2. Kevin Samuels did not create Red Pill. I think he's just the most popular, bro. Like people just know Kev. Unpopular truth with $2. Yeah, 777, just an internet troll. He just talking. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, Red Pill been around. The idea of Red Pill been around way longer than Kevin Samuels. My father even talked about Red Pill. I mean, so yeah, it ain't called a Red Pill, but the conversation's been there. Yeah. But men, don't fight for something that's not yours. If it's yours, yeah. But if it's not yours, matter of fact, if it's yours, you would never have to fight for it. You would never share if it's yours. If you gotta share, it was never yours. So if she wants to be with 777, let her go be with 777 because she ain't yours.
Right. People get emotional, and what it is it's, trust me, I know both sides of the story here, but when you don't make enough, you don't get to call the shots. You don't get to say who your woman respects and loves and all that stuff, because at the end of the day, they're materialistic. We might not be, but women will always and since the beginning of time, they've been materialistic. They want that bigger ring, better shoes, nicer car, bigger house, better dress. It's just simple.
So 777, you have to keep going up in terms of monetary gains to keep a woman?
I'm not saying keeping a woman. I've never said anything as far as keeping them.
Okay.
I personally feel the need to, I don't want to say spread my seed, because that would mean that, I'm just out here busting and everything and walking. But like, I just like different kinds of women. You know what I mean? I might date a woman that has nothing just because she has everything inside. So it's not about keeping a woman. I don't want to keep any of them at the end. You heard Black America said, I'll send this heifer right back to him. Most women ain't shit these days.
Okay.
So I'm not doing these things to keep them. I don't want to keep. I don't even want to. Yeah.
You just actually just shared something very powerful. I'm glad you said what you said too.
Okay.
And I wish Love was here to hear what you just said, because I think Love was 100% right. Some women would be married to a man and sleep with 777, and then at the end of the day, because 777 just said it, just made it plain and clear, he's not interested to these ladies. He just want to get out of them. He's done. So a woman would sleep with a married woman would sleep with this dude. And no
Yeah.
disrespect to you, 777. I'm just
Well, it's
talking about
happened. Yeah, I've had a couple married women.
Yeah, and then the guy would be upset, but then later on the woman's gonna be upset because she's gonna realize then I just threw away something I wanted for someone just a temporary time. And then
But they don't want it though, Baptist. What I'm saying is
they may not want it, but let me rock out what I'm saying though. And then when she gets 40, 50 years old, she's gonna want something, but she really won't get anything else again because she wasted her time with a 777 type. I'm not really talking about your.
No, that's fair.
Your archetype.
That's fair.
Yeah, and they doing it, but they haven't. And then they want to have the baby by him too.
Yeah.
See, 777. See, Love was rocking, not knowing that 777 on his Bill Bellamy shit.
But that's what women want. Women don't want the fairy tale. Some men are out here. Some men are doing this professionally. You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel the need to go after married women because any woman that's single or married or engaged or in a relationship, I feel like I could take exactly what I want. And it's not about the money, but when you include the money, it gets even more powerful then. It's not really about the money. It's just how you treat a woman. Most men don't know how to, even a married man doesn't know how to treat his woman anymore. That's why there's a divorce sometimes.
The archetype that's speaking right now, the archetype of 777, those men exist. And those men exist, but they also create the problem that exists for women too as well. So women want the apple and they want the tree. And they'll give up the tree to go bite the apple and not realize what all the apple entails. So go get your archetype of 777, enjoy it, have a good time, because when that good time ends, your life is now over. But yeah, fall for the archetype, fall for the serpent in the garden.
I wouldn't say the serpent. I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't say the serpent because most men.
No, what I'm saying, so you got to know what I mean when I say the serpent. The serpent is.
I hear you though.
Yeah, the serpent was the deceiver. He made things look better than what they really were. And so you're right. 777 can get any woman he wants because he has learned the art of making it sound good and feel good.
Well, I think you're missing real quick. I think you're missing an important thing. Is I'm not out here deceiving women. I'm looking for what I want. A man is a conqueror. If it's your lady, if I want her, I'm gonna try to take her. If you're not doing enough, this is since the beginning of time. If you're not doing enough for her, I'll take her. Easy.
Well, whether you see it as deceiving or not, it still fits the point that I'm making. Because to the woman,
Can I ask you a quick question, and then I'm gonna stop. I'll stop interrupting you. I apologize. Let me ask you a quick question. Do you think that since a man is married, do you think that she shouldn't go astray just because she's married?
A woman can do whatever she wants to do.
So do you have any issues with me, let's say, going after a married woman?
A woman and a man can do whatever they want to do.
So is there any issue with what I'm saying then? And why would I become the deceiver or the serpent then?
You're not understanding. He's saying a woman can absolutely
I am
do
understanding.
that.
I'm asking a question. I understand all.
No,
I understand.
He understands. He just wants to see how emotionally involved. Hold on 1 second. He understands exactly what I'm saying. He just wants to see how emotionally involved I'm involved in this conversation. And because I'm not emotionally involved in this conversation, he's trying to get me emotionally involved.
No, I'm not. So I'm not emotionally involved in it either. What are you talking about?
I know you're not emotionally involved.
I don't want you to be emotionally anything, sir. You're a man. I don't want you to feel anything at all.
And the point I'm making is a woman and a man, such as yourself and a married woman, if she choose to, they can do whatever they decide they want to do. So how I feel about what they do is irrelevant to what you are talking about. Because what you're saying is actually true. A woman and a man can do what they want to. Now, how I feel is irrelevant.
Well, no. So I think I understand what 777 is saying, though, more in depthly than if he said, hold on, let me get these real quick. Stanford Henson with the $2. 777, soft men make hard times, bro. O'Shea Lennox, the hobbyist with the $5. O'Shea was popping. 777 sound like a fuck boy and Love was eating it up.
Good.
With a smile the whole time.
Thank you for your donation.
If you saying they can do whatever they want, and if she want to be with another man, she wasn't yours in the first place, what makes him a serpent then?
Right.
How is he
What
wrong?
I'm saying,
If you saying she don't
I'm
belong
not.
to
I'm
you?
not. I'm not saying. I'm saying that
She would be the serpent, sir. She would be the serpent.
Go ahead, John.
I'm not calling the archetype of serpent.
Okay.
I'm saying the woman is looking at her feelings and her emotions, and she's basing how he makes her feel, not realizing that the emotion of what she's feeling is actually what's being used against her own nature. She's being deceived by the situation.
Okay.
Not so much that it's just him, but it's the situation that's making her feel the way she feels, and she's not looking at the situation clearly.
Okay. Black America, you wanted to chime in on this?
Yeah, what I'm saying is she can absolutely do what she wants, but when she goes back to her husband or the man that actually cares about her, she will not have that man anymore. She won't have his heart. She won't have his gifts. She won't have anything what she needs from that man. He'll be dead to her on the inside. You see what I mean? He won't care about. He'll no longer care about her, especially if
she might not know though, sir. She might not even know.
Hold on.
I like to interrupt. I'm sorry.
She'll definitely know, bro. She'll definitely feel
Black
it.
America, finish your thought. Don't. Because Triple Seven gonna derail your thought when you try to respond to him. Go ahead, see what you were saying.
Yeah, she'll definitely feel it. She just will not. She'll no longer have a man. And she'll be out here blowing in the wind like the rest of you old chicks that thought they was on top and had a man and could do better. That's it.
Yeah,
you can't in this conversation. Men cannot be attached to a woman so much that you actually lose the best interest of yourself. Whether you broke, whether you rich, be a man in general. Period. And if a woman is with you, then she's with you. If she decides, if she's with you for 10, 15, 20 years, then she's with you. If she decides to leave and go be with another man, don't fight for her. Let her go because she's made a choice. What's going to make you look like an idiot is fighting for a woman who's decided to move on.
Right.
Just leave her alone. And now, if she's with you, and she's with you 100, and 777 comes and get involved, handle that situation. Like, I don't want to use your name 777 because it's really not talking about you. I'm just saying the archetype. So, but if a man comes along and talk that sweet game, but she's rejecting him, and he keep making these forward advances, then you can decide if you want to interact in this situation and decide if you want to fight for her honor. But until she shows you honor, leave her alone.
Yeah, this is such a great show. Thank you, Hamp, for having us all up here.
No doubt. So John, you were in a very extreme hypothetical. Let's say you were in this conundrum. You just gonna let your wife ride out?
You're talking about, okay, so would I let my wife ride out? Mm-hmm. Yes, if she chose to go be with a man, I'm not fighting for that.
What about bullets and shit?
Wait, what?
What about bullets? You talking about killing? You talking about killing for her honor?
I'll probably smoke some shit, honestly.
No, hell. Okay, look. You killed this man. You end up in prison, and she's out there sleeping around anyway.
Yeah, that's a good point, though. Both of you.
I didn't even specify who gonna get smoked. I'm just saying.
Oh, he's taking the wife out too.
Probably everybody gotta go. I'm thinking.
Either way it go, though. So either way it go, you're being emotionally tied to this situation. A woman who stepped out on you, who made a choice to step out on you. She made a choice to step out on you.
Right.
You're going to kill her, give up your freedom. You're making yourself. You're putting yourself beneath that woman now.
Yeah, Hamp. I can't. I fuck with you, Hamp. But saying you're gonna kill the man and the woman is a little extreme. Are you trolling? Are you dead serious though? Because
no, I'm just thinking through it. Like
there are men like you that will kill not only the guy but the woman too, and then may off themselves, like on some real crazy,
I can't off
triple
myself.
homicide, suicide type stuff.
That's a sin I can't repent for. But if I smoke both of them, I can repent for that.
Little brother, let me help you out on this one. You can get
You're going straight to hell, Hamp. Straight to hell.
You can get another one. You can get another one.
Repent in hell.
Yo,
yeah,
listen,
I think it's because you're still young. You know what I mean? And you seeing it, that like a woman actually means something to you. When I was
Black,
young,
mute
I
yourself,
thought I thought my wife meant something too when I was young, but now I know that she is just a person, no better than any other one.
What I'm saying, I'm not that young. I'm 37. So,
right,
like, I just look, I look like my mom. So, but I just feel so okay. All right, let me ask y'all a question. Hey, Rock, what's popping, Rock? Welcome. All right, so you walk in, right? Your wife sleeping with another nigga in your bed. Y'all saying y'all gonna just walk out? You're not gonna be on your Puff Daddy shit?
I'm gonna get my clothes. I'm gonna get on up out of there.
I'm not smoking them though.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
I'm not.
Put him in the fucking bed.
Yo,
I ain't gonna smoke them.
That exact thing.
I'm getting my clothes. I'm getting my clothes. I'm getting my.
This nigga's scared.
Hell no.
I think it depends on what state.
I'm gonna go and tell you why. Unless it's a grape situation, she chose to let that dude get in there. She brought him into the house, into the bedroom, and so what's just me fighting for her honor now? She disrespected me in my house.
But that's your
No, but hey, so let me say something real quick. So if I'm walking in and I see him, I'm beating them both up with my hands viciously until hopefully they get away from me, because I'll probably black out. But as far as killing, I don't know. Well, to be honest with you, yeah, I might actually strangle one of them until the other one leaves and screams for help. But yeah, I don't think I could just walk away. John the Baptist, God bless your peaceful heart, because I'm too much of a horrible human being deep down to walk away.
The thing is, I've lived too long and I've seen too many situations, seen too many people.
Yeah, I've lived long too, but as far as passion, more murders happen with passion than anything. Like, I get passionate thinking about if I'm fighting a man, let's say I'm going to try to kill that person. That's a crime of passion, even though it doesn't make sense. I'm passionately going to kill you.
Hey, you can. I'm not.
You don't have a relationship with that person you killed, though.
Sure, you do. Any person you do kill, it's a crime of passion, sir. Because if somebody,
yeah, he's right.
Makes you kill somebody, you're passionate.
What 777 is saying is actually a true statement. People who commit a passion crime or passion killing, they are invested into that relationship.
Yeah,
I've just learned over the years, like, it doesn't make sense to me to be to have much passion for a person who's made a decision not to be with you.
I hear you.
She made a choice. The moment I found out she's been cheating on me, she made a choice that she left me that day.
All right. Y'all saying the same bullshit over and over. Now, how about honor and principle?
There is no honor.
But why is there honor though? You disrespect my house. I feel like it's honorable for me to wash everybody in the house how I see fit at that point.
Do you have? Yeah, but you have kids, correct?
I mean, not the kids.
No. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying you have kids, though, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do you love? Here's a question that most men never consider, and they never. You'll answer it correctly because you have honor. Okay. Do you love your children more than your baby's mother or a girlfriend or whoever, your new wife or whoever? Do you love your children more
than the wife?
Than your wife, than your baby's mother, than your girlfriend? Yes. Do you love your children more, or do you love your woman, whoever that may be, more?
My wife is their mom.
Okay, so, but who do you love more, sir? I'm not both,
my
sir.
Wife.
You love your wife more than your children?
Yeah.
Then, sir, I don't know what to tell you, sir. I think that you're trolling at this point.
What?
If you had to save one or the other, you would save if they were both hanging from a bridge. You would save your wife?
Yeah, you have to
save the wife.
Yeah, I'm saving the wife.
I don't know what to say to that, sir. You would let your kid die to save your wife?
Yeah. I would let my kid die and save my wife.
Then you two, sir, both of you gentlemen are very sick fucking creatures.
You always make more babies with the wife.
You guys are fucking. And I don't know if you guys are trolling me or whatever, but that's not the way. You want to talk about honor, Hamp? You lost all honor points from me, sir. You just killed your own kid. That's crazy.
It's a 777. Relax.
Are you trolling me or you're trolling me, right?
Now let me ask you a question.
That's demonic.
Have you You see, wow.
That's
I'll ask you that later.
Sick.
But I mean, yeah, man. Look, I love the kids. I love all the kids. I love all the kids, right? Fuck them kids. But if you walk in, I think what 777 and I are saying is more realistic. Ain't no fucking way you gonna just walk out. That shit don't
you're
even.
not. Yeah. And you're gonna smell that sex smell. You're gonna smell that sex smell in the room and go crazy. You're gonna say, "Nah, that's supposed to be my smell that I'm smelling in here, not this."
The younger me would have fought to kill somebody. The younger me would have fought till somebody died.
Yeah.
The older me now,
that's real.
I'm done. I don't have time to waste over someone's dumb decision.
Hey, I gotta get Rock in. Rock, what's popping?
Oh,
what you got, Rock?
What's up, y'all?
What's up?
How y'all doing today?
What's popping?
Yeah, nothing much.
You got something on the topic? Let me read this real quick. Stanford Henson with the $2 subject. I'm gonna watch, then let them.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh,
that's a real killer. That's a real killer right there.
All right, Rock, what'd you say on this topic, man?
Which one? The two people splitting up, or
whatever
letting the woman go when she wants to go?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, let's comment on the women having their own brains and making their own decisions, and understanding that us as men are more rational than women are. So women are real quick to make an irrational decision. They throw their whole lives away for a quick pleasure boat trip. And women are just like that. That's why there's the story of Adam and Eve. Eve was tempted by the snake, and she kind of screwed everybody else over by eating the apple or whatever she ate, whatever she did.
Yeah,
and
it was a pomegranate. People think it was an apple. It was a pomegranate.
777. Give me a second. I met a woman the other day. Very beautiful. Very beautiful. We're talking. She asked me first. She's like, "Oh, you ain't got no wife or no girlfriend or nothing." I'm like, "Nah. Why would I even be trying to talk to you right now if I got a wife or a girlfriend?" I asked her the same question. She said, "No. Same thing." Okay, so we exchanged numbers. We're talking. Probably about a month into talking to each other. She's like, "Oh, I'm going over to my what did she say? What's when you're about to get married, engaged? What is that? What's the dude called? Fiance." She's like, "I'm gonna go to my fiance's house for the weekend. Just letting you know." I was like, "Wait, hold on. I see you had a fiance this whole time." She said, "Yeah, but we're not really doing good right now." I was like, "Hold on, but he's still your fiance. Like, you're out here talking to other dudes, planning on getting married. You're planning a wedding with this dude. Everyone, your whole family's entangled into it because that's what happens with a marriage. Everyone gets involved, and yet she's running around. She's not happy. So that means that when she even gets into the marriage and if she decides to follow through with it, she's still not going to be happy. She's still going to be doing the same stuff. But that dude's probably so stupid, he'll never notice that going on. And that's the natural. That's kind of like a natural woman thing. You have to find some women that actually have a backbone, and that don't just run down the street after something that's shiny.
Ham, great show. I got to get going though, gentlemen. So great show.
777, appreciate you, bro. Be safe.
Thanks for having me up here, guys. Have a great day.
Definitely. Later. Yeah, Rock. But if women, how the mindset of a woman? Do we have to treat women like children to an extent?
I think they have split personality for sure. They have one that is in public eye, and then there's another one in the home, right, in private. And I've seen it many times. All my homeboys and homegirls be like, "Oh, you ain't gonna get that one. You ain't gonna get that one. She don't even like dudes, this and that, blah blah blah." But once you get them in the room, you start talking to them, and they give you that look. You already know. So it's like they're naturally two-faced. So it's really hard to figure out how to treat them because they're two-faced, and then there's a lot of different psychology things that happens with them based on their past that they never let go of. At least men can kind of let go of it and learn from it. And, you know, it's a whole different mind state.
I got you.
So him, I want to answer the question.
Go ahead, John. Yep.
I don't look okay. So to the aspect of women like children,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say no. I got a better way of explaining this concept.
Okay.
You play chess?
Yes, sir.
Everything on the chessboard is benefits the king. They move at the behalf of the king. Mm-hmm. And the king knows how everybody moves. He knows what they can and cannot do. So he strategizes like with the chess pieces. So a man, if somebody's on your team, you know, you don't treat them like a child. You decide if they're worthy to be on your team. If not, you sacrifice and get rid of them.
Okay.
So don't treat them like kids. No, because then it's like you have to protect a kid and a child.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay, I see what you're saying. I was thinking more so like in the mindset of like the pouting, the emotional responses, the coping with outbursts, needing help, because that's what a cry is for. You know,
you're talking about approach.
And in that situation, if a woman is moving that way, she's not mature enough to be in a relationship.
You're talking about how to approach a woman, you know, in context of whatever you're talking about. Because women can sometimes get upset over certain words or even the tone of your voice, and they ignore everything that you're saying and the situation around it. And they want to just get upset about your tone, or you said a word that she doesn't like, you know? So in that aspect, yeah, they do act like children. I see what you're saying, but no, we shouldn't treat them like children. No.
Okay. But do we need to have a different type of understanding? Like, Rock, if me and you talking, we could be arguing, me, you, John, whatever the case is, but generally it doesn't like linger. I feel like when you get into it with a woman, or especially your woman, it's just different. It's almost like you got to step. Like after I trouble my kids, they might be in the corner or whatever the case is. Then I bring them back. I'm softer with them. Then I explain to them what happened and how we want to avoid that going forward. Like if me and you get into it, we might get to an understanding, and then we just move forward. I don't need to coddle you or explain why we got into that argument.
Yeah, women, I was actually thinking about this the other day. Women are like white men. White men are really, they hold anything against you, and they will get back at you somehow. And I think that's why they have so many missing people every year. You know what I'm saying? Because the white man is smart enough to plan it out and be like, okay, on Thursday when they go to work, I'm gonna do this. I have this already set up. The hole's already dug for them, basically. You know what I'm saying? So women are the same way. If you tick them off enough, they will find a way to get back at you one day, a year later, or 2 years, or however long. And you won't even know that they're getting back at you for it. But they're watching you react to whatever they did, and they're getting pleasure out of it.
That was my point exactly. That's why you can't put any of them on a pedestal. You got to keep them all in their place. They all have a place. They all have a position to play.
How many people? I'm gonna ask a silly question, but I want y'all to answer the question anyway. How many people have a mom? Everybody, right?
Yeah.
Now listen to the switch. Listen to the switcher thing I'm about to say. Your mom probably cheated on your dad. Your mom probably done the most vile things in the world that you would never want a woman to do. Until you can see that about your mom, you can't see that in any other woman. Men who tend to idolize their mom tend to idolize women.
Okay.
So as a man, you have to understand that every woman is a woman. I'm not saying you can't love them. I'm not saying you can have relationships with them. But until you understand that every woman is a woman, you should not be in a relationship with them.
Damn. What y'all think? Black America, Rock? What y'all think about John's statement?
I mean, I agree with that. I'm not saying all women are hoes, but you gotta let a hoe be a hoe, and you gotta treat each one of them on a basis of support. You can't. It's like when I was on watching you and Chaotic on the panel, and that one young man was calling all women queens, and it's because he didn't know. You know, he was slow. You know, women like queens. It's not cool.
Oh, Dale. Right?
Yeah, right. Dale, you know what I mean? And I came up and I told you, I was like, bro, like, I feel bad that you got this young man up there whose mother has had a titty in his mouth ever since he was young, talking about you got to do this and you got to do that. And, you know, it's no telling what kind of stuff going on in that house, man. But like I say, he's on the spectrum, so he just knows what somebody tells him. He's not living off of his actual lived experience. It's a difference. Once again, me and John the Baptist are older. We have lived experience. My homeboy had that exact situation. He walked in the house. His wife was owning somebody else. That man lost 100 pounds and became a multi-millionaire. You know, and he been my business partner for years. But those exact things happened to him. It broke his heart. It broke my heart to see him going through it.
Yeah.
And I didn't say that point to make men disrespect women. I'm just saying, understand that every woman is a woman. Every woman, you have to understand the nature of every woman you're dealing with. And so you have to be able to think, hey, could the women in my family do this? Could my mom, could my grandmother, could my aunt, could my aunts, my cousins, could they do the things that some of these women out here doing? Because those are the first women you come in contact with in life. If you watch their nature, they could teach you about how the rest of the world moves. And I'm not saying all women are bad or 3 or 4s. I'm just saying pay attention. Don't put them on a pedestal.
You know what? I really try not to have the experience of what I had with my mom affect what I think about women, because it really doesn't. But I know my mom, and just like I say, you know, some women are the same way from my experiences with the other women, not my mom. But they are irrational and emotional, and they don't care about nobody sometimes. It's like if they set their mind to it, they don't care what destruction you go through. It's just like when the man flips the switch, as we call it. You know, we get to the point and we're just like, you know what? Yeah, switch is coming on. I don't really care. You know? And you just start bulldozing everything around you. Women are like that sometimes, you know? A lot of people are afraid of success. A lot of people are afraid of consistency. You know, people need drama in their lives, and women tend to go that way more. They want more drama. You know, they're always trying to bring up something. I had a buddy that was married, had 1 or 2 kids. He was technically legally blind. You know, he could still see and everything, but he paid all the bills for their house. He paid all the bills for everything. His old lady worked because her parents own like a percentage of some bank. So she worked just to work and have something to do. Her parents paid the car insurance. Everything was paid for, but she would get home every day. The house would be clean. Everything would be perfect. And she'd get home every day to find something to complain about, just so she could get a reaction out of him, you know? And I had my own mom smoke a blunt with me, and then about a year later, call the cops on me over some weed. So that's how women are. You know, they're crazy sometimes, and men have to understand that if you're dealing with a woman, you're gonna have some crazy Jerry Springer shit happen. And you're gonna either put enough value on, enough trust in her to continue it, or when that Jerry Springer shit happens, you need to get the fuck out, because it's not gonna get any better. You know, you just gonna keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. That's insanity, bro. And that's
actually, if you think about it,
give me any kind of problem. You know, DJ. You know, I'm not trying to fawn or anything really, but I've actually talked to some women on here, you know, offline and shit, and they pull some bullshit, like not texting a nigga back for a week, and I say, hey, what's going on? Like, am I really worth your time or what? You just got other shit to do. Like, I know you're not that busy not to pick up the fucking phone and text back. So I tell them like that, and they're like, oh, they know you ain't playing around. A lot of these dudes, they play around and shit. So, I see kind of what you say about children, because with children, you do have to be direct. And with women, you have to do the same thing. If they do some bullshit, you got to check them right then and there. And let them know that I'm not gonna put up with that. Otherwise, they're gonna keep doing it. They're gonna keep pulling. They're gonna keep going. You know, they're gonna keep pushing the line every time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, I understand what you're saying, but with women, it's different because you're trying to get some cheeks. You know, with kids, every opportunity and every interaction you have with them is an opportunity for them to learn and an opportunity for them to teach. If you messing with a chick that's been bust down more than 3 or 4 times, only thing you're teaching her is how you like to be kissed on. You know what I mean? So it's really kind of different with a woman. It's like what's her name? Deanna or Dina? What's the one name?
Cool.
Dana, right?
Yeah.
It's like Dana. Everybody, every man mostly in the chat thought she was super attractive, thought, man, she could be a good person until that brick incident came up. When that brick incident came up and the language that was coming out of her mouth and the way that she was acting, bro, it just like, it was a complete turn off to most of us as men. It's like, who the hell is that? Like, I would have married that girl. Now you look at her like, well, it's just a woman.
Yeah, they can definitely be revealing with their conduct, man. That shit is foul. And I think we got responsibility in terms of just women in general. Like, if you look at African Goddess, shout out to her in the chat, she's saying some crazy shit. And I always wonder, how the fuck did they get so far gone? Like, I know we got feminism and empowerment. We got some governmental things that influenced women that maybe be disrespectful, especially in the black community. But like that, like some of this shit just crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? Like over the top a little bit. And I feel like we so far apart now. I don't even know if there's a remedy at this point. You know what I mean? For the majority.
I think the only remedy. You want to go? Go ahead, sir.
I feel the way we got to this point, we created too many feminine men to support the feminist movement and for women. And that's how we got to this point. And is it too far gone? I tend to think it is. A lot of time on these panels, I'm starting to realize, like, I know this is just YouTube, but not just even outside of YouTube and into the streets, and you go into real life and you see things that are happening and in society, it's like, no, it's too far gone. And men, I'm gonna be honest with you, we're part of the reason why it's too far gone. Too many of us have actually played into this. Believe all women are strong, and we've taught our daughters to be like this. And that's why you're starting to see this more, because men support this behavior. But I think it's pretty much gone.
Yeah, man. Like my daughter. Oh, go ahead, Black America. You was up. My bad.
I agree with you, John. But the whole thing about it is we can't exact any punishment on people to correct their behavior anymore. If you were in the Wild West and somebody stepped on your shoe and they didn't say excuse me, there would be some kind of punishment. It would be a shootout at noon. All through history, you have things like called the rule of thumb. The rule of thumb was you could whoop your woman, but you couldn't beat her with a stick no bigger than your thumb. Now it's verbal or emotional abuse. So without you being to correct our women now, there's no way for it to come back in alignment. And that's where you're going, Health, is there's actually no way for anything to come back in alignment because they're not our kids. We can't punish them. We can't do anything. So John said, if they walk away, you don't fight for it. You just let them go and go get another one because they outnumber us. At least the decent men and the beta men that aren't getting any cheeks, you know, they're still not going to get any cheeks. They're still going to keep coming, running back to the men that are savages, like Love was saying, are Neanderthals. They're still going to keep coming back to men like that because they need that testosterone.
Yeah. No, that's
love. My bad. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Love actually said it perfect when she was up here earlier. That's why I wanted to expound on it more from a woman's point of view, because she was right in what she's saying. Women can love you, be with you, be in a relationship with you, cook, clean, but still go cheat on you emotionally, physically. And so that's part of what's like, that's why it's too far gone now, because you can't punish them. You can't do anything to them. Him, you, like you said, I know you was probably I don't know if you meant it was saying it just, you would take everybody out.
Mm-hmm.
That's a form of punishment. So I'm not going to say you're wrong for that. If that's your principle standard for doing it, that's how you correct society from your point of view. I'm not going to say you're wrong for that, because every man has to find a way to correct the problem themselves and realize when you correct them, the government's not going to back you. My choice is I'm going to leave them.
Yeah. No, that's true. That's true. That makes a lot of sense. I think I'm hoping there's some hope. So, you know, just in terms of like my daughters, like for instance, they wear skirts and dresses. You know what I mean? Because I got a belief system, so we try to stay as tight as possible to it. You know, and just in terms of being respectful to little boys, even. You know what I'm saying? Like so that they understand that from the jump. Not to say they disrespected that by any means, but just building that. You know, I don't hit them, right? I don't want them to get comfortable or get accustomed to like a man putting their hands on them. But at the same time, my voice is correction enough. They understand tone, pace. You know, some of them, you know, I got smaller daughters also. But like structuring them to be responsible and soft women in terms of like understanding a man's prowess, I feel like that's the only way we can get correction if the dads now do better with their daughters. You know what I'm saying? So maybe it's a generation or two out. You feel me?
I want to push back on that a little bit too. Everything. Oh, so first thing I want to push back on is what's your belief system? And you know, I don't want to make this about your family either. Make this about general conversation. The
Bible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So that's your general belief, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's the Bible, your belief system. Okay. Mm-hmm. So do you go to a church?
No.
Okay. So now I'm glad you don't go to a church, and I want you to understand why I said that.
Okay.
Because there are a lot of churches and there are a lot of belief systems that have been infiltrated by feminism.
Yes.
So you can say that you're a believer in God and believe in the Bible, but then you got to ask the question. A man has to ask the question: does his wife believe the Bible the same way he believes it? Because feminism has infected the Bible. Well, the idea of what the Bible should be teaching.
Okay.
And how they perceive it in their mind.
Yeah.
So everything a man does, you can have structure for your house, but if your woman doesn't follow your structure,
don't matter.
Then your kids not gonna follow it.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's good. So I'm fortunate. I'm blessed that the structure in my house, everybody's on the same page.
Yeah, I wouldn't try to make that about y'all. See, I would not.
No, but it's good.
Your house. Yeah.
You know what? Because John, it's good when you talk and you having these conversations. Sometimes you got to use yourself as an example. Like we have to put ourselves out there to be vulnerable to really make an impact. If we continue to speak in generalities, everybody's saying, "Oh, they just speaking in general." There's no real substantive to what we're saying. But if it's us, it's us. Like fuck it. You know what I'm saying? So
okay, I disagree with that a little bit because I always feel like in your marriage, there's something that I can discuss general, but there's some specific in my marriage I'm not going to talk about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Okay,
you're right. There's levels. There's levels.
Yeah, correct. You
know, but for something like that, if I put it out there, right? I mean, it's it's important that I'm also open to being questioned on what I put out there. You know what I mean? Like if I don't put something out there and you go left field, I'm like, God damn, I ain't even say that. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
Nah, it's real. It's real.
Yeah. It goes back to the point to where you said about football. We were talking about sports, and you said all the flags in this house fly the same way. When I got with my lady, she was a Philadelphia fan because her father and her brothers are Philadelphia fans. I told her we dead in that right here because we are now Raiders fans.
Yeah.
And if you're not a Raiders fan, you don't get to watch the TV. Like like that old Eddie Murphy. Lillian cannot use the car. You can't go outside. You can't watch the TV. You are a Raiders fan. Your license plate has a Raiders banner on it. You know what I mean? So I completely understand that, and I don't think that Love, when we were talking about sports, understood what sports does. In World War I, at Christmas time, the Germans and the opposing army, after shooting at each other for months, went out on the soccer field and they played soccer and had dinner together. It's a sport that brings people together. So it's sports and music is one of the ties that bring everybody together. Black people listen to country western music and rock and roll music. You'll go in and see, I love Chris Stapleton. I'm a truck driver, but I like Chris Stapleton. That dude, he gets down with that Tennessee whiskey. You know what I mean? But it's some white dudes. The first time I met the lead singer, Axl Rose, first time I met him, he pulled up bumping Eazy-E. Boys in the Hood. I was like, okay, this is crazy. So it's a couple of things that bring us all together as people. And I think women, they don't really understand those things.
Yeah, and you're right. I think some things are universal. Is that overarching point that I just gathered from that? You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no denying 90. And this is, I don't know the number, but 100% of America, I feel like, watches football on Sundays. Of course, I'm off, but it just feels like that. You know what I mean? Buffalo Wild Wings is packed. Everybody trying to get chicken wings. You can't find chicken wings in the store, especially down here in Texas. Shit, you know what I mean? It, like UPS closed on Sundays out here. I don't know if it's closed everywhere else, but
it's like the fact that on the Super Bowl, on Super Bowl Sundays, it's less crime, it's less killings, it's less of everything because people are at home. You might have some arguments going back and forth at a house of which team is which, but people are at home with each other, engaging and watching sports.
Yeah, real shit.
I got some.
Like,
that football.
Real quick, just in the chat, like Joe's saying, forcing someone to be a fan of your team is wild. It's not even a force thing. It's an understanding. See, it's almost one of them things, Black America, like when especially if some men don't see it, it's like you had to be there. You know what I mean? You ever said that to somebody? Like you just had to be there to understand it.
Yeah.
Right, right.
John, what'd you say?
That analogy with going back to sports, everybody watch football on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a problem now because everybody's actually watching football on Sunday now. That means the women are getting into football, and that's the thing. That's the thing I have an issue with. I really do. I stopped watching football almost about. I don't watch football on a consistent basis about 15 years because
the men don't go to church no more, though, John. The men ain't in church no more.
Because I started noticing that you started getting too many female reporters. Then you start getting female referees. Mm-hmm. Then you start seeing a lot of commercials geared towards women when they're doing the sports, which is supposed to be centered around men. There are very few spaces that men can go to and actually be a man, be loud, be obnoxious, and be fart, burp, and be a man without being critiqued by women.
I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
And men can't really be men anymore. My Laker room is my Laker room. I watch what I want to watch in there. I fart when I want to fart. I burp when I want to burp. I scratch when I want to scratch because that's my space. Don't come in my space.
Yeah,
now, when I come outside the house, when I come out my house, now when I come through the rest of the house, I'm still the king of my house. But you know, you gotta have a space where you can be a man.
Yeah, that I understand. There's a bar out here, right? It's you can still smoke inside. You know, that's like a thing of the past. But down here, you can still smoke inside. So, you know, a lot of men indulge in cigars, right? And so the men in there shooting pool, indulging cigars, watching the game. They got a bunch of Texan stuff all over the place. And then, of course, I was looking at the reviews. There was a lot of women complaining about them smoking inside. You know what I'm saying? But like when the men go, you know they smoking cigars. We making a decision to go, whether I'm having a cigar or not. You know, but just a little thing. And here's I think is the biggest issue, man. So T said great stream, right? Shout out to T. So African guy that says, yeah, sure. If you enjoy misogyny, sexism, threats against women's life, then yeah, I guess you could say it's a good stream. When did that happen?
Because
that's crazy.
Because it's a panel full of men talking about what men want to talk about. Even though I know this panel not made for just men, I know you got to open for everybody. But right now, it's a bunch of men talking about what men want to talk about, and we talking about how we feel and how we see the world. And now it's this.
Yeah,
we're logical creatures, and women are emotional. I mean, that's a good explanation of that chat right there. We're logical creatures, and women are emotional. Somehow, the words she thinks that we were misogynist, sexist, and we threaten women. I don't know how we threaten women's life. I mean, you never heard of a crime of passion. Women do it too. So you need African goddess. I think you need to read more instead of commenting so much.
Yeah, I just wished it was comprehension, right? Listening to understand, not come. I think the issue with internet now is people come in with a particular set of talking points, and if you say something that doesn't align with the talking points, they can no longer hear you. And that happens. I said it yesterday on another show. Like, what if your talking point is wrong? What if somebody says something that's better than what you thought? Or is anybody at this point open to it? Because misogyny, obviously, the definition of that isn't clear. Sexism, we literally talked about what would happen if the men disappeared as opposed to the women. And I said, Rock, I don't know if you're here, so I'm just going to quickly recap it. We run the infrastructure. Not better or worse. We just do the jobs that maintain the infrastructure. And I brought it down to as low as the garbage men, right? If Thanos snapped his finger and the men disappear, the garbage truck gonna crash into the Walmart because it's 95% men driving it, right? And then we just said, who would do better? If the women disappeared, would the men do better, or would the men disappear or would the men do better if women disappeared? And by nature of how the world is currently run, men would do better. That's what they call it sexist, right? And then there was zero threats at all. We're saying, if we're getting cheated on, what is our next step in that process? Right? So it's all real, just matter of fact, we're having a conversation, but this is how it's characterized, right? And then a person like this goes to their people and say, I was watching this stream and they did all these things. But we having a logical conversation with a woman at that, right? Because Love was on earlier. You know what I'm saying? But that's the scary part about what conversation has become. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, I was filibustering, but you know what I mean? Like it's just
it's like when someone goes on the news. It's a great example. When someone goes on the news already has an opinion on what they're asking about, right? So what the news does, instead of ask questions, they put in a bunch of their own facts, and then they ask a leading question or a loaded question or whatever term you want to use, and that's the reality. Just like you said, people come online with the already preset way of thinking. And that's what they do. They come on here and they try to find people to fight with instead of coming on here and trying to learn. You know, me, I've only gotten online because I'm trying to learn, and I'm trying to tell people what I've experienced in my life because I feel like I have a unique life. I mean, everyone has a unique life, and we need to share it. And we don't need to attack each other because we think that what you say is misogyny or sexist or whatever. You know, maybe Instead of paying attention to things that are misogyny or sexist, pay attention to the things that we can agree on, and then try to change our points of view so they're not misogyny or sexist. But if you just come on here and attacking people, most people are not going to give you the time of day like we do, but we actually want to learn something. That's why we're here talking about it.
Yeah, word, man. Stanford Henson with the $5 super chat. Men and women need to change the mindset of our purpose to each other because this is not it. Yeah.
That's a
I
good
think
one to
the
talk
attack. I think the attack against women. I think the attack against women were when we were talking about correction for them. I don't think women want to be held accountable for any of their actions because they feel like if they do it, then it's okay to do it. You see what I mean? Like every decision they make is right, and not every woman is like this, but if they want to do it, whether it's an emotional, oh, well, I cheated because you weren't taking me to dinner or you couldn't take me to Paris or whatever the dude was saying, then go ahead, try and be with that guy. But 777 is going to kick them right to the curb after he's done doing what he's going to do with it. Yeah. So they don't understand the consequences of what you're doing. Yeah, you could have a man who's good to you and doesn't make a lot of bread, or you could have a guy with some bread for a lifetime, or you could have a guy who has a lot of bread for a few months because that's all it's gonna last is a few months, and then you're gonna be poor and destitute right back out on the curb.
Yeah.
I'm having a hard time remembering a movie that came out several years ago. It had, I think the guy's name is Lance, is a black actor. I think his last name is Lance.
Okay.
He was a pharmacy. He was married to a light-skinned chick in the movie. I think she was she ended up getting AIDS at the end of the movie. I know y'all seen this movie.
Yeah. What happened? So what's how you tying it back? What?
Because in that movie, it shows exactly what we was talking about with 777 and what Love was saying. Love was saying that if a man can't meet a woman's emotional, physical needs, that she would go out and cheat. And in that movie, Lance's wife cheats on him because she didn't see him the way another guy made her feel. And he takes her, and so she ends up leaving her husband, being with this guy, and he takes her through hell. Mm-hmm. At the end of the movie, her husband remarries, and she is alone with AIDS.
Yeah, I remember that movie. It's like a B-roll movie a little bit.
I think it was. I'm gonna try to Google it right, because it was actually an insightful movie about how men should view these relationships when women.
Somebody said Robert said "Temptation" by Tyler Perry.
That's what it was. I think it was Temptation. Yep.
Damn. Yeah, man. I think that emotional response to something new and like Rock said, new and shiny is super detrimental, man. And there's no, you know what? I think the honor between men might be lacking because that's one thing I always thought that you're not supposed to do is mess with another man's wife. Like, I know people do it, but I'm just like, that's like the most cruddy shit in the world type shit. But I feel like it was anyway, but.
No, it still is that way. I think it still is that way, but men gonna do it though. There are some men who have no values, no standards, no principles, and they gonna do it. Or no values and principles.
So John, what if I were to, because it's a man thing, what if I were to just to dog walk the guy at least? Is that cool?
Yeah, I'm in the business. I'm not in the business telling men what they gotta do to handle their situation.
What you think though?
I mean, if you got a dog walk him.
No, I'm saying that make a sense though. Off of principle alone.
If a man sleep with your wife and you want a dog walk him, that's what you're asking me?
That makes sense, right?
Yeah, it makes sense because you want to do it.
Nah, everything everybody want to do doesn't make sense.
No. Listen to what I'm saying. If you as a man see a situation and you deem that you need to dog walk that man for sleeping with your wife, if that's what you want to do, then you do it because that's what you feel need to do in that situation. It don't have to make sense to me. It don't have to be something I would do. I'm not in the business telling men how to. I'm not in the business telling men how to correct their situations.
It makes sense to me because it's a rule, whether written or unwritten rule. It's like when we as men go into the bathroom. If there's 3 stalls or 3 urinals, you don't piss right next to the one. Once again, whether written or unwritten, so I come from the streets. I'm a businessman. I'm a trucker, and I'm also a biker. From all of the biker gangs, whether it's a white biker gang or a black biker gang, all biker gangs, if you are to mess with another man's woman, you will be beaten half to death and then put out the club. That's the rule. Like, I mean, for whether you're on the white biker set or the black biker set, if you to touch another man's old lady, you are going to be beaten half to death, maybe possibly dead, and then you're going to be put out. It's a rule.
Yeah, people don't have morals anymore.
I have no problem. I mean, I see no problem with it. I have seen no problem with that statement at all. I don't. I think if your wife sleep with a man and you caught them in action, how you as a man and your brother support that situation, how you see fit doing it, go do it. I think you're right. I agree with you on that, Black America. It's just, I think what's happening in society now we make men feel like it's wrong to correct anything.
Right, just like you were saying, we have made feminism possible because the soft men that possibly either can get women or don't have any problem with anything that women do, they allow women to do. And they allow women to do anything and everything that they want. They don't, well, if she wants to do it, let her do it. You know, it'd be like a kid that's on the bus or in class, you know, cutting up. Well, if little Johnny wants to do that, you know, let him be. But everybody can't do that. Somebody is going to go upside somebody's head at one point or another, you know, and it's bad because once again, men can't act like men and step into their roles and actually control anything with a stern hand. You know, it's like Hemp was talking. I have a 6-year-old daughter too, and I don't hit her. But if I use my daddy voice, you know what I mean? She says my daddy voice. If I use my daddy voice, that can make her sit down all to wait to cry or go up to her room and get in bed just because I'm using my stern voice. Now with my boys, it's a little bit different. I might put a little boot to their ass, you know, but I have, you know, you have to judge and see where it's coming from at the same time.
And that's right. I think in that question though, when the Hemp was asking that question, he asked me, do it make sense to me? And the reason I didn't want to answer the question, do it make sense to me? Because I don't think it has to make sense to me in order for another man to do it. And that's the problem I have with the question, because I think if we've actually get to and I don't think Hemp was doing this, but I think we've got to a place in society where that a majority of men don't agree with my action, then I can't do my action. So Black America, whether you agree or not that I whoop my daughter, I don't care if you agree or don't agree. I'm gonna whoop my daughter because I see she need a butt whoop. Now, if you Black America turn around and say
I agree with that.
And you turn around and you say that you don't whoop your daughter, you're like, well, because you think your voice is straight up to get her attention. And I'm not gonna argue with that because I think every man knows what he controls, right? And he knows how to discipline what he controls. So I don't think we need a group. I don't think we need a group approval of what men doing. But go ahead, Black America.
Yeah, I agree. Once again, everything is a case by case basis, and all children are like that. Whether it's a good kid, a bad kid, a kid that has autism, a boy versus a girl, the severity of what you've been telling them, your correction definitely depends on you and how you see fit to correct your child. So, once again, now I'm not saying I'm gonna never whoop her. She might do something. She might come in the house at 2:00 in the morning when she's 13 years old. But that's why I'm putting everything in place right now so that we don't have those problems. And if we do have to cross that bridge when we come to it, somebody's gonna lose. and it's not gonna be me, because I've crossed that bridge before, several times. So, like I used to tell my sons, everything you're thinking about doing, I've done it 1,000 times. So you can try it if you want to, but I'm telling you, it's not going to work. You know what I mean? So yeah, I agree with you 100% on that.
Man, y'all Jim and take it easy. I gotta drop down. I gotta get some work done around the house. If I gotta go back to work. But I enjoyed the conversation, man. Y'all be easy.
Yeah, man. Nice talking to you, man. It was great.
Yeah, man. Y'all been awesome, man. Good grief. I appreciate y'all. This has been awesome. This is our first try at this might be risky midday. Shout out to Love for coming through. Black America, Rock, of course. John the Baptist, my brother. I appreciate y'all. Here for the tea. Thanks for moderating the chat. Shout out to African Goddess. I hope that we can get up here one day so we can have a real conversation, as opposed to just talking shit from the crowd. Can't nobody hear you. You know what I mean? Let's have the conversation. You might be saying something of substance, so might we, if we all willing to listen. You feel me? Black America, any final thoughts on this topic, good brother?
Yes, Sam, I do, man. I got some smoke for you, my man.
Yes,
bro, where'd you come up with all of the feminists that's on your channel? I didn't know that Dana was a feminist. I knew Love was a feminist. But all of the broads, bro, besides Mary and Alex, I think it's because they both married, are feminists. Where'd you come up with all of these feminist friends and women, bro? Like, I'm not understanding. You seem like a straight dude. I don't know.
I'm decent, man. I know them in real life, so real life. I generally don't deal with some of this stuff that comes out on a daily basis. You know what I mean? And so when we get up here, sometimes I'll be just as surprised, especially early on. But the truth is, pain manifests in a lot of different ways, and I think they've been through some shit with some men, and until they ready to take accountability for some of it, that's how they come across, honestly.
Okay. All right. Yeah, because I'm like, like I said, Dana, you seen that chat when we was all super chatting, like, yeah, I'll marry you. Let me fly you off the shelf. I'll bring her out to Vegas in a heartbeat. But man, after that, hey, nigga, I was ready to charter a plane for her, my nigga, like real shit. And then, like I say, with that brick incident, man, I was watching that. I didn't even say nothing in the chat. I was dumbfounded because of, how vicious, like she was going real hard in the paint for a woman that she doesn't know, first off. And then it's no question, it doesn't matter what she done to anybody. She just have full range to do whatever she wants to do, and then she's gonna back her up just because she's a woman, and then just because she's a black woman. If me and you see somebody catching a fade on the street, me and you are not going to jump in, and if it's a pedophile or something like that, and somebody done did something to him, we not going to jump in and try and save that person, bro. We're not gonna have any words. We're gonna be like, stomp his lip off. You know what I mean? But these women, they gang up together. Like, what the men are saying have no validation. We have no credibility, and it's hurtful to see something like that, especially from a beautiful, intelligent woman. A ugly woman, you can kind of say, she ugly. let the other women have her, let them do their scissoring thing and all of that.
Yeah.
But a woman who's moderately beautiful, and smart, and say you got to be over 6 feet tall. She got all of these requirements, and she come with that Sonic the Hedgehog running her mouth 100 miles an hour, bro. That floored me. I was flabbergasted.
Yeah, and I think wrong. And to your point, Black America, if a thief get what they get, point blank, there's nothing worse than a fucking thief. You know what I'm saying? At the very least, if you rob a nigga, at least it's face to face. But a burglary thief type of lying ass. And then when it came out that the woman was a liar and a thief, and when Dana still couldn't get there, I said, okay, you sell your soul to be right at this point. You know what I mean? And that's the part that, like you said, it don't make you mad. It's almost disappointing, or it could be sad to an extent. You know what I'm saying? Like disheartening type of shit. Because I don't know if you saw the next one. Yeah.
I'll be following you, bro. And I watched it, and she said, well, she still didn't deserve it. Like, you was like, well, now she deserve a brick because she did lie. She did scam people for 42,000 stacks. You know what I mean? In a matter of 3 days. Like, it's people out here really working for a whole year, and they don't make that type of bread. You know what I mean? But she get up here lying, and these girls are biting on that hook, and she gets all of this money, and nobody still has any condemnation for her. Like, the most condemnation for her was, oh, well, she's wrong, she's trash. No, in the Bible, they would have stoned her for that. She would have been a woman who got actually physically stoned, and we're not stoning women anymore. If a man was to do something like that, it would be on site with every man in America. Every time he walked out the door, he would have to be getting his knuckles wet. He would have to catch a fade. He would have to catch a fade every time he went to the corner store.
Yeah.
He'd have to leave the country, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Juicy Smollett?
No, Juicy Smollett. Niggas don't fuck with him at all. Like, niggas said, oh,
exactly.
You a clown. We said you a clown. Like, yo, and then if a nigga ran up talking about I got hit in the face with a brick, what the fuck you on IG for, nigga? You should be going hunt the nigga down and hit you with a brick. Like, that's what should be happening. I don't know, man. Women, they selling their soul to be right, man. They don't want to have to say I'm sorry. Not all of them, you know what I mean? But it's a good majority, and I have to say it feels, because I haven't done my due diligence. I haven't talked to 7 million, 3.5 million black women to see. But this shit is scary. Thankfully, here for the T in the chat, shout out to her. She keep me sane. Some of the other ladies, like you just mentioned, Black America, be like, okay, so it's not everybody. But they don't want to admit this shit sometimes. Sometimes you gotta be wrong. That's how you learn. But my bad, bro. Hank, what's good?
What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing today? This afternoon. I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
So,
you want to get in on this?
Man, I'm so used to doing the evening show. I'm like, damn, what happened?
Oh, nah, yeah, the evening's still on. We just tried. This might be risky midday just to see what's popping. You know what I mean? Because my job situation changed, so I'm home more in the day. Because I don't have to go in the field anymore. Just running it. So I'm like, well, shit, I'm sitting here. Let's see what everybody's talking about.
Might as well see what's happening out here. We'll see what's happening. Yeah. What's the subject of the day, big brother?
So we was talking about Teyana and Iman, with the breakup and all that. But then we just kind of talking about the dynamics, 777 was up here earlier. He was talking spicy. So he got into it with a couple cats, but that's what he was talking about, just those superficial relationships. Just the dynamics between us. People in the chat was wild and shit like that.
I got you. When you talk about that Hollywood in that line, like they run differently with their relationships, man. It seems like they just pass all their women around, man. They just keep going from person to person to person, man.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I don't think they really believe in longevity. Not for the most part. I mean, I don't know if you heard, but your boy Hugh Jackman getting divorced too, or Wolverine.
What?
Yeah, he getting divorced too. So so Wolverine ain't is able to get penetrated and violated. I guess anybody is, huh? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
But what I heard, I thought they was like swingers though. Iman and Teyana, I thought they was into that lifestyle.
So your wife, your podcast wife was up here, Love, earlier.
Oh no.
Of course, she say maybe she want to introduce a man. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm like, Love, you tell a man you want to bring another man into his bedroom, that's a totally different ball game.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't. I mean, saying you don't do that, and if it does get introduced, you better let him do it. You know what I'm saying? Don't you bring it up?
Yeah,
just set that one out. Set that one out.
Yeah. And then she said, Hank. Then she said, if Thanos from Marvel, right? If Thanos came and snapped his fingers and all men disappeared, or vice versa, the women would do better than the men if the men weren't here, as opposed to the men doing better than the women if the women weren't here.
Yeah,
like on Earth.
I know she's holding on to that woman power and women empowerment, but look at it. We know them women can't get along with each other. God damn. So I don't see that. But ain't nothing wrong with wishful thinking. You got to have a dream, something to look forward to if something like that happens. But reality, I believe within 2 days of that society, and then they realize, this shit ain't gonna work. We need some hard ankles.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough.
Yeah, for sure. So you still gonna do a show this evening?
Yeah, we still got the show. I was just trying this out. I'm about to shut it down and all that. You know what I mean? But we've been on since 12:30. So just trying to find a segment. I try to make sure, when I see like certain shows, I try to do different time gaps. You know what I'm saying? Like for instance, I know your show. What time does that other show start? Like 6 or 7?
Which one?
Which one did I see? It's on Tuesday or Wednesday. Tuesday.
The one I do on Tuesday usually goes with King Talk.
No. Your show.
My show. I got a Monday show, then I got a Wednesday show.
The Wednesday show.
At 7. Yeah.
Yeah. So that show starts at 7, right? So I said, okay. So mine started at 9. We good. And then CT usually goes live on in the daytime, but he doesn't go live on Tuesday. So I said, okay. You know what I mean? We rocking out, that. I'm trying to be as mindful.
We got the same audience anyway, so you just try to, try to overwhelm them and get what you can while you can. Like you said, if you give somebody an hour and a half, 2 hour jump start, that's about enough. They don't need the whole 4 to 5 to 6 hours.
Exactly. Yeah. So
too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So yeah, man.
I'm happy for you.
I appreciate you. Any final thoughts on this, Rock? You straight?
I think the main reason we're having these issues now is because some people have faith in a higher power and other people have faith in man. And that's why we have these great divides in opinions when it comes to certain things that for someone who has faith in God is absolutely convicted by those things. And others that have faith in man think it's just normal for them to do so because we're animals. We're not only just animals, we have a spirit to us. That's why some people are evil and some people are good, and you can't tell by looking at someone if they're good or evil. Some people you can, but that's besides the point. People need to at least have an open mind and try to understand that just because you disagree with someone's opinions doesn't make them a bad person. We need to try to find what we agree on and build from there. Because if you're not retired with $1 million in the bank, guess what? You're just like most people up here. It doesn't matter what your sex is. It doesn't matter what your race is. You know? That's what I got to say.
Rock, where you been at, brother? I mean, last time I seen you, they was throwing your ass off the show and shit.
Hey, you know, I like controversy. I guess, you know, it always follows me. That's why I don't really go to the club. People always think they know me. Hey, man, you so-and-so. Nah, dude, you don't know me. I don't go nowhere. All I do is work. I've been working, bro. You know?
No doubt.
Work.
Stand for his
But I'll say one more thing.
Let me read. Let me finish the chat real quick. Oh, and go ahead, Rock.
Can I drop CT? Drop CT stuff. You trying to get on CTs also? Because I've been trying to help us out. The CT reacts. You know.
Yeah. Have T drop it in the. Oh, Rock, you a moderator? Put it in the chat.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Like later on, I'll email you or something. And yeah, we need to try to get some kind of schedule together. I'm actually changing my name. It's gonna be the Blackest Cracker. It is what it is.
Yeah, man. Yo, somebody drop CT Reacts in the show. In the chat. So CT Reacts is another channel that Chaotic Truth has created, and now a lot of the personalities that are on his main show have their own show on that channel. Rock has a show. I think Rock's show is at night. I know you guys are getting the times together, but shout out to that. So somebody, definitely drop that link in the chat, and that channel is gonna grow for sure. Stanford Henson with a $2 super chat. Great show, New York. Stand up, real shit like that. Any final thoughts on this, Hank? Good.
Man, I don't have nothing else, brother. Man, you just keep doing your thing, man. I keep rocking with you, man. I appreciate what you're doing, bro. Even though you like my man said, he didn't realize you had all the feminists. Hey, look, it is what it is, man. The ladies, they just need to have a good conversation every once in a while. To reel them on, man, back in. I think you're the man to do it, y'all.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Hank, hit me up too. I'm always down to join whatever when I'm available. I usually work from like 7 to 5 or 7 every day. So, it's usually evenings for me. That's just what it is.
I got a great show tomorrow, man. It's going to be talking about stepfathers. So you want to come over, you got a story to tell.
I joined, dude. I was actually adopted. Yeah, I joined that one. I was adopted. All my family's not even my blood family, but they're still my family.
I got you, big bro.
Yeah, man. All right, y'all be safe, y'all.
All right, Ham. Take care now. All right, Rock. Be safe.
Yo, man, this was dope. This was interesting. I'm glad we got to plug it in. T, I appreciate the fact that you all in for it. We're gonna try to do it more, find good time slots. Definitely got to make sure love is available. You know what I mean? Because that's my antagonist, protagonist. That's my friend in real life. You know what I mean? Her thoughts and views are her thoughts and views alone, but that's my nigga nonetheless. Shit like that. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, and we out.